Nonsensical Nonsense. Nonsensical Nonsense. Nonsensical
We have no music, sir. I didn't time it right.
That's okay. How about that? Little new intro music for you guys.
I fucking love that shit. I
Right?
literally have it as my ringtone for my work Zoom calls.
That shit is so badass. Rocky came through. Rock Lee, you guys might remember him from a few episodes back. We came on. He does EDM combat, musician, songwriter, producer, all that fun jazz. Does a little bit of everything when it comes to music. He hit me up the other day with that little surprise, and I fucking love it. And the thing I like about it, the thing that kills me, not only does it give me chills like crazy,
Right?
but it makes me think of like a wrestling theme.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking the same thing. I said, I was literally getting ready to send you a Snapchat about it. Of like, doesn't this make you want to just? I don't remember what it is. What's who does the thing where they cross their arms and surround their cock with their hand? What's it?
Oh, DX,
DX. Yeah,
this the
I mean,
second the crotch
just
chop.
yeah, exactly. That just
Yeah,
totally makes me want to do that as I'm walking down the fucking aisleway, and then smash two
yeah.
beers together. And
Oh, I was telling a buddy of mine about it. God, Jeff, I'm gonna strangle you. I swear to God, I'm gonna strangle you.
what did I do?
You need to disable your Facebook
I did.
from. No, you
I
didn't.
did. Yeah, I did. I disabled all. I disabled
No, you
all.
didn't. You're still alive. You're still
Uh,
fucking up.
it's dark because it's really bright outside. Normally, it's. Somebody asked why is it so dark.
Yeah.
You look like an anonymous witness. Yeah, it as the night goes on, I will get brighter
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you
on my
can you
phone.
adjust your like if you move
I'm sure I could if I sit back.
well, I was gonna say your laptop. Sometimes if you like adjust your well, don't look
Oh
down
yeah,
there.
I didn't
You
think
will
of that.
notice. Like if you just adjust your camera on your laptop.
No.
Okay,
It's
well,
basically the same. There it goes.
I'll get into that here in a second. Apparently, my other phone died, and I didn't know it. And then I'm trying to turn it on, and now it's like, "Ooh, we're going to be stupid slow, so you can't share this anywhere you want it to."
Yeah, I have
But
that problem sometimes.
yeah, as soon as we went live, it was like Jeff's live on Facebook. I was like, "This son of a bitch!"
No, I literally. Are you serious?
Yeah,
I didn't think because I literally disabled Facebook right before you, like even before I accepted the uh, invite.
Did you disable it on your laptop?
Yeah, of course. Where else would I do it? It doesn't work on my fucking phone.
You
Fucking
still can't get
apps.
in on your phone?
Yeah, it's pissing me off. I shared the post. No, I'm not live. Oh wait, maybe I am. No, that's you.
Yeah.
No, I
On
didn't.
my
It's just me. I posted it fucking everywhere.
Did you share it onto
Yeah,
Nonsensical
I shared it.
Nonsense?
I shared it from Nonsensical Nonsense everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on because it's got Jeff is live now.
That's weird.
Jeff is live now. Nonsensical Nonsense is live now. All on Nonsensical Nonsense. Anyways, all that is just like I said, you gotta get that figured out on your end because that's why I think that's why the comments
I
have been all
literally did it
fucked
before
up.
before I accepted because I actually tried to go live before because the only way I can actually disable anything is actually try to go live and then it says view your accounts. So I tried to go live and it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Anywho,
Yeah.
let's just start the show with the shit show. But anyways, welcome. Disable it now. It'll kill them all.
I don't know. Not
Just
while we're live.
yeah, if you hit your three dots down there on the bottom of your screen,
Okay.
and then just disable Facebook, it'll kill everything. Yeah, so we got officially we have new intro music now. Since today's over, I'm gonna share that out so everybody can get a listen to it. It'll go on Instagram and TikTok and all that jazz. I just didn't want to put it out there until we got the chance to use it. But I was telling a buddy of mine about it. Him and I were talking. I was like, dude, wait till you hear it because it sounds like a wrestling theme. And he was like,
Yeah.
you know, you and I can get together and I've got equipment and I can edit and we can make a video where you're doing like a nonsensical nonsense thing, like in a wrestling style. And you can come out and come up to the mic and all this other stuff. He was like, it'd be badass and we can edit the hell out of it and try to get Jeff to do a video and we can edit them together and everything. Yeah, I was like, you know, we probably could try to do something like that.
Well, oddly enough, I tried to put it on TikTok, and it said that it was I couldn't use the sound, and I literally was gonna argue with TikTok about it, like argue the dispute, but they wouldn't let me,
Really?
so I deleted it. Yeah, it was on my
They
account.
wouldn't let you use the sound. Well, we got banned last week, anyways.
No, but I did it on my account. Because I did a really cool thing. It was like, oh shit, it just got real. We got a fucking theme song. And my wife is all impressed with us. She's like, wow, you guys got a theme song now? I said, yeah, we didn't even do it. Rock Lee did it for us.
Yeah, professional did it. Well, yeah, we got banned on TikTok Saturday night.
What'd you do?
I didn't do
Call a
anything.
twat now. So call somebody a moose knuckle.
Okay, well, aside from all that, we'll get that here in just a second. But welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to Nonsensical Nonsense. I'm Glick, as always, hanging out with Jeff. You know, I had all this other bullshit. It seems like every episode lately, there's bullshit going on at the beginning because we don't have our pre-show anymore. So fuck you, Haps.
Haps, get
Speaking
your
of
shit
Haps.
together. We need the pre-show.
Speaking of Haps, everybody's turned into a bunch of fucking Jesus freaks on this goddamn app.
I noticed that as well, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
If this is what heaven's like, we're gonna screw it up for everybody.
Yeah, I've been noticing that a lot of people that I've followed have now all of a sudden, or that I've followed for a long time, have now all of a sudden gone into like this super Christian Jesus freak mode. And it's like, wait a minute, y'all just completely changed your personalities overnight and changed the way you do your shows literally overnight.
Is
Just
this
to,
like a Christian-owned company, Haps?
I don't know, but they're not gonna like
Maybe that's
us.
how you get
for goddamn
noticed.
sure.
Maybe that's
Yeah,
how you
they're
get
not gonna like
noticed.
us. That's for goddamn sure.
Amen to that.
But anyway, speaking of apps, speaking of social media, if you guys aren't already, feel free to give us a follow on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at Nonsensical Nonsense. You can also catch us live every Wednesday and Saturday night. Wednesdays, we normally get this party started around 6 o'clock, and Saturdays, get rocking and rolling about 8 o'clock. And then you can also catch every single episode, which I know a couple people this week have been listening religiously to like every single episode. You can catch those on Anchor, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, basically anywhere and everywhere you get your podcast fixins from. But if you'd be so kind, go give us a like, give us a share, tell your friends about it, give us a shout out on Facebook. I seen that today, Cam. Thank you very much, dude. That was awesome. Appreciate you, brother.
Cam, that was awesome, dude.
And go give us the old thumbing. Give Jeff the old double thumbing that he likes so much.
Yeah. Speaking
And then you can-
following, two of the people I work with are going to start listening.
Nice. Well,
That's what
doesn't
today.
your boss and her
Yeah, my
husband
boss
already listen?
listens. Well,
Yeah.
her husband listens. She's incredibly busy. Unfortunately, tonight they probably won't be here. Her dad he's got health issues, and they had to go to the hospital.
Oh, that sucks. I'm calling the game warden on every dog in your fucking neighborhood, just so you know.
You and me. Well, the problem is there's all these kids outside running around playing, and the neighbor got this new dog, and he just won't shut up. So I'm gonna buy a BB gun.
Nice.
That'll shut him up.
But along with all the social media and all that fun jazz, if you guys would like to reach out to us, if you want to come on the show and be a guest, if you want to sponsor the show, you can always email us at
Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast at gmail.com. Sorry, my brain shut off. I was literally getting ready to say we got our first email, and it was Rob Lee sending us the audio. I literally made it a point to say we did get our first email, folks, and it was Rob Lee sending us our theme song.
Cameron, if you would like to email us and troll us for days, you can. We will ignore it.
That's fine. We can block you. That's no problem. We won't block you, but we'll just scroll past it like we do everything else. However, I do have to.
Speaking of Cameron trolling,
yeah, go ahead.
We got our fantasy football chat. Nah, Cameron. I beat his ass without my star wide receiver. Well, I didn't beat his ass without my star wide receiver or a quarterback in fantasy football last week. I beat him by 4 points. I was like, nice. I don't have my receiver. I didn't have my quarterback. Everybody knows.
One hand tied behind my back.
Yeah. Well, you seen what I looked like Sunday morning when I got up.
Jesus Christ, dude. It looked like you had something growing out of your fucking chin.
Yeah. So I completely forgot about fantasy football. I didn't check my lineup or anything. So I was like, fuck, well, here goes the loss. Doesn't matter. I still have the best record in the league, and nobody can catch me at this point. So, but, what I was, I do want to get into news.
Real quick.
I do want to get...
Before we get into news, I have news.
You have news.
And it is unfortunately sad news. I'm going to actually bring it up. Give me a second here. Art LaFleur. Now, by name, you don't know the guy. But do you remember the movie The Sandlot?
Yeah.
Okay, he played Babe Ruth.
Oh, really?
He died 10 days ago.
Well, damn.
Yeah, he died. He was 78 years old. He died of atypical Parkinson's disease. So,
holy shit.
R.I.P. to Art LaFleur. He was in a shit ton of stuff, dude. He was in, hold on, I'm bringing it up. Let's see. He was in the Santa Claus 2, The Sandlot, Field of Dreams, House Hunting. Haunting. No, it's Hunting. It looks like it's a horror film. I think you'd like it.
What was
Art
it?
LaFleur, look him up. House Hunting. 2012. The tagline for House Hunting is, "You are not alone."
Huh.
Yeah, it's a 2012 movie. I just saw it. Zone Troopers in 85. Tracers in 84. Air America. Tracers 2. Man of the House with Chevy Chase and Jonathan Taylor Thomas in 95. Death Warrant. I mean, The Rig. I mean, he was in The Replacements actually. He played the assistant coach in The Replacements. The
Huh.
dude's been in everything, man. He's an Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the Junior.
What?
I just, yeah, I literally in 2009. There's an Ace Ventura, Pet Junior.
Okay, fair enough.
Um,
I think
he played.
I never seen that movie, but like,
I've seen the poster for it.
yeah.
I've never seen the movie, but he was in Pauly Shore movies, Santa Claus 3, Mr. Baseball, Cobra with Stallone. I mean, this dude's been in a ton of shit.
Yeah, it sounds like he was one of those that guys.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he died 10 days ago. I saw a thing on it popped up in my Google feed, and I was like, oh, who the fuck is Art Fuller? And I had to look him up, and I was like, holy shit, I know this guy. I've seen he's in everything.
Yeah.
So, but like, he's famously known for playing in Field of Dreams and The Sandlot. Both times he was a baseball player.
Huh. I'm gonna have to look him up. I'm not gonna do it now. I'm trying to share this out while you were rattling on there. Since
Yeah, I just kind of that. Oh, Matador flu. Real. Oh my gosh,
what?
somebody's trying to. Oh, this guy on the chatter's box. He's like, if you guys want us to promote you, pass.
Oh yeah,
Because
from
we
Twitch.
have all the money in the world. Yeah, it's the thing is about the whole.
Just promote us for free there.
Yeah, do it for free, and then if you get us
Matador.
10,000 followers, we'll go ahead and we'll pay you.
Jeff will show you his wiener.
Yeah, there you go. We'll move you out of your mom's house. Out of your mom's
How we're
basement.
gonna move? How are we gonna move them out of their mom's house, man?
Yeah, we're gonna throw him out. We'll just go over there, Nonsensical Nonsense 2, and drag him out.
Yeah, just yank them out.
Get out of your mom's
Well-
house. Get a real job. Stop bothering people
Yeah.
on Twitch.
Speaking of, as I was saying about social media, so Saturday night we got banned on TikTok. Not quite sure why or how. It was for hate speech, though. Imagine that.
Go figure.
I was actually kind of live hopping, and I was going to a bunch of. I was in one live with a guy who was actually on there looking for a fight. He was trying to look for people to argue with
You
him.
played
To
the
argue
role
with
of
him.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
No. He was actually looking for people to argue with him about the verdict on Kyle Rittenhouse. He
there
he
you go.
was pro Kyle, and then I came in there and I started talking to him. And I was like, yeah, but if you're going to have that same energy towards Kyle Rittenhouse, you got to have the same energy towards blah, blah, blah. And he's like, look, man, I mean, he's like, obviously you and I agree with each other. So, I mean, you know, him and I actually just wound up bullshitting. Then I got into another live with another guy. And him and I got to bullshitting around and just fucking talking and having fun. He was actually a pretty cool dude. We actually might have something down the road coming out with the two of us because he's a black guy. And obviously I'm a white guy. Well, that's kind of what we were gonna base on what we want to
You gonna
talk
call
about.
it Ebony and Ivory?
No, it's kind of like it's kind of like, you know, he's like, what's a point of view that it's not a black or white thing because everybody struggles, and instead of coming on and having just the one side, we're gonna have both. We want to do both sides of, you know, the fence.
Coin.
It's not.
Right, yeah, well,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
like,
not all.
It's you and I talked about this a long time ago about like for years I was always like, God, Chris has got his shit together. And you've looked at me and said, based not necessarily the same thing, but you've at least thought it once or twice, and then we come to realize neither one of us can find our socks in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, so it's the same. It's the other side of the same coin.
Yeah, so it's just kind of you know, the hell? We can both sit down and have a grown ass conversation and And we were just, we were just shooting the shit and having fun and drinking and bullshitting, and then we got into a couple, a couple more serious topics, so to say. And then when we were talking about that, he's like, "Dude, I have a perfect idea, and you might be the perfect guy for it." And I was like, "Oh, okay.
Well, it's
Let's hear what you got."
I was talking to my buddy. I met him here. He lives in. Well, he was in Chicago last time I talked to him, but that's because his mom was dying. He's literally like, he's the black version of you, basically, for me. Anyways, he's like my best friend, and he and I were talking about that he and I might do something. Not necessarily about cars, but we're actually talking about doing a political podcast. That way, I can get it out of my system before I do this.
There you go.
Because when the 2020 presidential race was coming up, we were fucking messaging back and forth more than you and I messaged back and forth. Because he leans a little bit more left and I lean a little bit more right, but we're both about center most of the time. And
really,
yeah, he's not super left. But
I'm not speaking about him. I'm speaking about you. Oh, I'm kind of in the middle. What?
Well, I am for I support LGBTQFYG, all that fun stuff, but I'm for the concept of Black Lives Matter, but not for Black Lives Matter, if that makes sense. But I lean more right than center, but I still I can see the point of some of the left things. But but he and I were talking about doing something, so we might, but we're not sure.
Yeah,
no, it all comes down to timing.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I have no idea where the hate speech ban came in, other than the fact that I think these two girls came in and they were real fucking dumb. I was like, God, how old are you guys?
What are you
and they're like, we're 16. I was like, yep, see ya. I said, A, you're dumb, and B, you're way too young to be.
Deuces.
Yeah. And as soon as I kicked them out, then I got the ban. I was like, oh, little bitches.
Well, and it's literally, it's one of those things. If you talk to somebody underage, fuck, you're just asking for trouble. And even if it's like, hi, how you doing? It can be taken the wrong way. You know?
Yeah, no, I was just
it's
like,
not
nope.
Like I highly, highly doubt you were like, hey, what are you wearing? But it's more of a, wait a minute, how old are you? Yeah, I gotta go. Mm-hmm. And it's nothing against you, but call me in 3 years.
People I was random, that's how I wound up talking to those two guys. I actually wound up hanging out with those guys for quite a while, bullshitting around with them. But people were sending requests to join my live or whatever, and then I was like, all right, well let's see what this person's all about. And I'd let them come in for a minute or two, and if it just wasn't, then I'd be like, all right, well see you later. I got to go do something else. Hey, that's basically. I got a request. I didn't even look at the name. I was like, fuck it, let's see who this is. And they came in. I was like, oh God, how old are you guys? And they're like 16. I was like, yeah, nope, bye.
Yeah, you got.
I was like, my daughter, I got my oldest daughter is as old as you guys. You guys are gone.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, after I get banned and I'm scrolling through, there was literally some chick that might have been using dental floss as clothing, and doing God knows what.
Live with you, and you're like, damn
no. She was live, and so I was like, well, if I just got banned for hate speech, I wonder if I can get her banned for nudity and stuff.
Right.
So I reported it, and it wasn't even 5 minutes, and TikTok was like, we've reviewed your report that you submitted, and we found nothing wrong with it. I was like, what?
Did I mention she's underage?
But no, so I think we're on a ban until Saturday or Sunday or something like that. It was a 1 week thing. I don't know.
But yeah, it's been an interesting week. This week has literally fucking flew by. Monday was dragged a little bit for me, but man, yesterday I was like, shit. Even today, I literally started calling people at 8:00, and next thing I know, I was like, holy shit, it's 5:00. I gotta get off.
Yeah, I mean. A little bit, but I'm off the next 2 days. So,
Well, I have tomorrow off, and Friday is optional for us, but because we work remotely, so it's whatever. The problem
Yeah.
is, I don't know how many people are going to be in their offices,
Well, I was gonna say that's probably gonna
so
be
I have
the
to play
big
it by
thing
ear.
as far as it goes here in the states.
Yeah,
A lot of people are gonna take Friday off. Most people do take Friday off, so
yeah, exactly. I mean, so it's, but the difference is these are all owners of companies that I'm calling, so it's like the one guy I talked to him. He's like, "Look, Jeff, I'd love to sit and talk to you." I literally got him on the phone, and I was like, "Hey, hey Bob, how you doing?" And this is Jeff Mel from the company, and he goes,
Bob's like, Jeff,
"Jeff,
I can't talk right now. I'm fueling up the
he's like, I'd
nonsensical one,
love."
2, and 3.
He says, "I'd love to talk to you. Call my daughter. Here's her number. She's in charge of all that stuff." I was like, "All
Yeah.
right, Bob, no problem." I don't remember the guy's name. I think it was Shelby. And I don't know if it's my misogyny, but I saw Shelby and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll talk to a chick. No big deal." And he answers like, "Hello," and I was like, "Is Shelby there?" He's like, "This is he." I was like, "How you doing, Shelby?"
You're
It threw
not
me
a
for a loop.
girl.
It threw me for a loop for a minute. But that's happened like 3 times already, where I'm like, "Oh, okay, this woman, you know, she owns restaurants, she's this, and I'm like, I hear hello, what the fuck?"
Yeah, because I cannot believe this woman owns her own restaurant. Women don't own their own businesses.
Well,
They're not allowed to.
one lady said she's gonna send me a set of steaks. I said, "I'll send you my address."
Make sure you send her my address.
That's what I said.
Be a
I
whole
said,
hell of a
"I'll,
lot
I'll
cheaper
give you
for
2
her.
addresses. You send one each, and we'll eat them on the show."
Yeah. It'd be a whole hell of a lot cheaper for her to send them to me than you.
Well, the funny thing is, I told her where I was. You know, I mean, it's not something I'm not supposed to do, but it's if I say, "Oh, I'm calling you from Mexico," they're like, "Whoa, I gotta go," because
Yeah.
it makes it sound like a scam, even though it's literally IRS. And and I said, "Well, I work remotely." She's like, "Where are you located?" I said, "Well, I'm from Ohio, but I work remotely and I live in Mexico with my wife and kids." And she's like, "Oh, you're in Mexico. I go down there all the time." And and I said, "So this is what you're getting back. It's probably going to be more, but this is our estimate." And she's like, "If I get that much, what you just said, I will send you a set of steaks." And I said, "I'll send you my address."
Yeah, right?
She said, "If I,"
Yes, ma'am.
she says, "instead of sending them, I'll bring them to you personally." I said, "Well, I'll give you my address. Make sure I get that to you."
Yeah. Here's my
But
address.
yeah,
I
the
live in
problem
Newark,
is
Ohio.
the problem. Yeah, the problem is the IRS has got they're like 5 months, 4 or 5 months behind. So it's like if I talk to somebody today, they give me all their stuff today, and we file tomorrow. In 6 months, they'll get their check.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, they'll
and
get it eventually, so.
yeah, they still
At the end
get
of the
it.
day.
It's just
That's all
so
they're
that's
really
why
worried about.
I'm literally burning up the phone lines trying to get people done so I can get them in line
Yeah.
because in 2 months it's going to be an 8 month backlog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be. Speaking of. They were talking about that today. We had a meeting about the mandate, whatever.
Oh, that's a good thing.
And they're like, you got to get your information in quick because they're already backlogged and the holidays
Yeah.
are here, so they're going to be backlogged even more. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't log into the system, so give me a person that I can take this shit and hand it to them personally because
Exactly.
every time I try to log in, it tells me that they don't recognize my employee information, and it's like.
All right.
So I took a screenshot of it and I sent it to everybody today. I'm like, look, this is the problem I'm having. So don't come at me sideways when I'm trying to do what you want me to do.
Well, no, well, I had the same issue on Monday. My boss called and said, "Hey, I need your W-9 and I need this and I need it all signed and sent to me today." And I was like, "All right, I'll get right on it." And we use a program called DocuSign,
Yeah.
and the company actually pays for me to use it. And it's
Yeah, a
not
lot of
really
companies
expensive, like
use it.
5 bucks. I can't figure the fucking thing out.
It's not that
I,
hard.
well, I think it was because I've used it since, but I uploaded it on Monday, and you receive like 6 emails before you can actually really use it.
Yeah.
And I got one email that like confirm my email account, and then I was like, sign. Why isn't it signing? But I finally, I literally had my boss on the phone. She's like, you know what? Just send it to me. I'll sign it for you. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, there you go.
she was all good sport about it, but she was pissed. She's like, what are you, retarded? I said, apparently. I said,
Yeah, a little bit.
You've known me for 7 years. You know I'm fucking retarded. But I got it all signed and got it sent in. So I get paid on Friday. I'm all happy.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, you got all these systems you want us to use, but then they're not working properly. And instead of fixing the system or acknowledging that we're having issues with the system, instead they want to come at us sideways. And yeah. It's like, I literally have a hard copy of
it. An IT tech, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. I literally have hard copies of the information you want in my fucking hand. I will bring it to your office. Yeah, I have not been in the office in like 3 years. Then I'll bring it to your fucking house. Yeah.
I don't care.
I was like, I'm not one of these assholes.
I'll go to fucking Office Max and scan that shit into a computer and send it to you.
Because they were like, if you want an exemption for, if you don't want to show proof of the vaccine, blah, blah, blah. I said, that is not the hill I'm dying on. Right. But I don't care. It's a piece of paper that says I got a shot. It doesn't give you any more information on me. You're going to get more information from me if I fill out the form to be exempt, and then go down once a week and spit in a fucking tube for you guys to do a COVID test on me. Right. You can get more information off of my DNA than what you're going to get from a fucking piece of paper that says somebody stabbed me in the arm with salt water.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
I don't care. You know, I'm not dying on this hill today.
You did get your shot there, Sheepy?
Yeah, I did get my shot. I'll be a sheepy, says the guy, coming from the guy whose doctor told him to shave his beard, and he did, and the guy who swore up and down that ivermectin was the cure-all, end-all, be-all, and had COVID for like 3 months.
I never said it was a cure-all.
Shut up, this is the best medicine there is. Joe Rogan told me. Nothing else is better.
Best part is, yesterday I'm sitting here watching, I'm working, and I got Spotify on my fucking laptop, and I got my headphones on, and I'm working away, and I'm literally just sending out emails, just boom, 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 and I got Joe Rogan in the background, and him and Tim Pool are sitting there talking about ivermectin, and I fucking lost it. I was like, Chris, I love this episode.
Yeah. Again, that's not the hill I'm going to die on, whether I'm vaccinated or not vaccinated, or whether you can have my card or not have my card. I don't care. Here it is. I'm not that guy, you know. It's not that big of a deal.
The hill that my wife was dying on yesterday, or Monday, she's like, I said, I need to get a new headset because mine's falling apart, and I need to get this, and I need to get this.
You a Bluetooth earbud now that you got a laptop.
Well, the funny thing was, she said, I can't believe you're going to spend all the money you're making on new equipment. I said, here's what you don't get. I am now an LLC, which means I'm basically my own company. Which means I can write off up to $5,000 worth of stuff for work. She's like, what? I said, yeah. And I was, because they don't have income tax here in Mexico. You don't get an income tax check back and all that stuff. They just take out taxes, and whatever they take is that fuck you kind of thing. Yeah. So I was explaining the concept of income tax, and I said, my cousin is my CPA. He does my taxes. And he works for H&R Block and all that shit. And he
your cousin, who's the trash guy for Rumpke.
No, well, he actually does all the taxes for my uncle's business.
Yeah.
As well. Really smart guy. Completely trust him and everything. And I was on the phone with him, and I said, I have a dumb question. What can I write off? He's like, well, how far is it from your bed to your laptop? I said, well, I keep my laptop next to the bed. He's like, okay, how far is it from your bed to go downstairs and sit on your couch? I said, I don't know, 25, 30 feet. He says, 50 miles? I said, no, it's 25, 30 feet. He's like, no, it's 50 miles. I'm like, why? He's like, because we can ride up off to 100 miles round trip each day. Said, nice. He says, you drive a V8, right? I was like, no, my car's a 4-cylinder. He says, it's a V8, right? I'm like, yeah. I put an LS in
No,
that
my car
bitch.
don't even run.
That's what I said. I said, it doesn't run. He's like, you're buying a truck, right? He's like, I said, yeah. He says, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your name on your truck and then an LLC. It doesn't have to be very big, just really small. I said, why? He said, because we write off the whole fucking truck. I said, get the fuck out of here. He says, up to $80,000.
Do you guys working for a state or a company that's located in the
In Utah.
states?
Yeah, it's in Utah.
Well, I don't care where it's at. It's in the states. Do you have to pay like U.S. taxes and all that shit? Do you have to fill
Yeah.
out tax
Yeah,
paperwork for the states?
yeah, before I could actually get paid on Friday, I had to fill out a W-9, and a W-9 is basically like you fill out when you fill out your taxes, you fill out the
W-9s for like self-employed people.
yeah, self-employed. Yeah,
Just dumb it down before you go into a 10-minute breakdown.
yeah. Well, like you fill out a W-2, which
Yeah.
is if you work for somebody. I fill out a W-9.
You're still gonna dumb it. You're still gonna break it down for 10 minutes, aren't you?
No, I was just going to say I fill out a W-9. Basically, I'm my own company, and I'm probably going to fill out a second one and resend it in.
That's
so
what I
can
just
actually
said.
call it
W-9s are for people who are quote unquote self-employed. You get a W-9 when you drive for Uber or Grubhub or DoorDash and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly. So, I had to fill that out, and it took all of 3 minutes. It took me longer to sign the fucking thing than it did.
Oh yeah, no, they're super. I had when I drove for Uber for all of like 4 months, I got one and I had to fill it all out and everything. So,
But my cousin was like, he's like, how much you making? And I told him, and he says, okay, 30%, put it to the side. I said, what do you mean? He says, you got to pay your taxes, dude. I was like, what are you gonna do? I'm in Mexico. He says, they'll block your fucking account. I said, oh, okay, yeah, okay.
yeah, what do you think they're gonna do?
But like he was giving me a list of all the things I could write off. I'm like, he's like, you can write off your internet. I said, so my internet's $200 a month. He's like, is it really? I said, no, it's like $20. Yeah, it's $200 a month. but like I could write off like up to 50% of my electricity without showing a receipt.
Well, sir, now that you've admitted to tax fraud on the broadcast, go ahead and
At the end of the
that
day,
30% that you're going to put back, go ahead and add another 15% because that's what you're going to have to pay me to keep my mouth shut and not air this out.
When it comes down to taxes, I'm so deathly afraid of the fucking IRS. I'm brutally fucking honest. I'm like, I smoked a cigarette and worked and charged them for it. The worst thing, the scariest thing to me is an audit from the IRS because I don't keep receipts for nothing.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna start claiming stuff, make sure you keep those receipts. Just get you a little, get you a folder that you can throw all your receipts and shit in, and keep it somewhere safe.
Friday, I need to go pick up a few things when I get paid, and I'm gonna pick up like one of the plastic containers.
Yeah, one of the little file containers.
Under your bed. Yeah, and I'm gonna get one of those and just every time anything I buy, give me the receipt and throw it in there.
Yeah, exactly. Keep all them fucking receipts. Because I mean, I had to do that.
If they do audit me, I'll just hand them that box and go, there you go.
Yeah, I had to do that
boys.
for like my W-9 with what. Because I drove for Uber just for shits and grins, just because I didn't need the money. I just didn't want to be at home because it was like right after Courtney had left me. So I was like, I don't want to be here by myself in this big ass fucking house. So then I would just go drive for Uber. But anytime I got gas, oil change, if I bought anything for my car or whatever, like I would keep bottles of water and gum and like little like I would go to like the Dollar Tree and get like little snacks, you know, get a ton of snack, and I'd keep them in my back seat, for people or whatever. Everything. My neighbor, he was like, dude, keep all those receipts.
All that stuff. Yep.
Yeah, and that's what he told me. He's like, I'll detail your car, which he would do, and then he'd write up a receipt for me.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean,
again, he didn't charge me because it was my neighbor, but
all that stuff is deductible.
But he wrote me up a receipt for it. He's like, I can tint your windows and we can write up a receipt for it. You can write it off. And I'm like, I don't want my windows tinted.
He's like me. Yeah. Chris, I'll put rims on your car and, we'll give you turbo the shit out of that bitch and we'll write it off. I get paid, you get paid.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want my windows tinted. I'm good. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with the factory tint that's on them. They're fine.
Exactly. No, but I was like, he was telling me, he says some of the things like the when you're an LLC, you can write off for work equipment. You can write off up to $5,000 without showing a receipt. And I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah, right.
I'm like, Chris, you want to
There
be
you go.
dependable? I will
As
put
long as
you on
I,
my taxes.
as long as I get my dependent money, I will be a dependent.
No, at the end of the day, um, like I said, I was telling my cousin and I were basically joking about it, but he was like, "Oh, dude, we get you paid." I'm like, you know what? I get paid plenty at work. I just want to. I'm so scared of the IRS, which
Well,
is
just
weird.
do it. Just keep it on the straight and narrow, and
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, claim legit stuff. Don't go out there and
Exactly. It's not like I'm
be
gonna go buy a new
ridiculous.
set of Nikes. I'm gonna write these off because I walk in them. They were $5,000. They're limited edition.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's.
No,
I've had to fill out W-9s before, and I've run businesses before, so it's no big deal.
well, look at you, Mister Fancy Pants.
Well, I had a detailing company in the states that I sold before I moved down here.
By
So
the way, Luke Perry called from 1994, and he wants his shirt back.
fuck you. I like this shirt.
You even got your sleeves rolled up and everything.
No, actually, they're sewn like that. I was
You're
literally
like a
because I put
you
it
look
on
like a
today.
rejected. Yeah,
I put it on
you look
today,
like
and I was
a
like, oh, I gotta roll this down. I look like a douche, and I was like, oh
you look
shit,
like a
they're sewn
rejected
like that.
extra from Beverly Hills 90210.
No, I'd have to put up the collar first. There we
Yeah,
go. Now I
you
get it.
cannot pull off a 17-year-old kid. You look like a 60-year-old man.
I know. Much like uh, John Travolta in Grease. It's like dude was like 35. He's playing an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah, all of the whole cast, fucking are all in
And
their
watching that
30s.
as a kid, it never dawned on me that they were in high school. I was like,
Really?
well, I knew they were in high school, but I never put two and
It
two
never
together.
dawned on me until I got a little bit older that
There was a
they're
John
playing
Travolta doesn't look
teenagers.
18.
Yeah, they are all in their 30s.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Kaneki was like 45.
Yeah, and Stalker Channing, who played, I love that woman.
She
She
was
cracks me up.
75. Shit.
She still looked good for her age. Well, in the
Ew.
last movie I saw her in, I saw her. What's that movie? With oh, I can't remember. Oh my
I
god, it's
have
gonna
no
drive me
idea.
nuts. I have to look it up.
I have no idea.
Diane Lane. I love Diane Lane. That woman's gorgeous.
You watch any, speaking of movies or what TV shows, you watch anything new this week?
Um,
A show a
I
spoiler you
do.
want to give everybody?
Well, it's not really a spoiler. The show's been out for a little while. I watched Afterlife with Ricky Gervais on Netflix. It's actually a good show. It's funny. Basically, what it is, Ricky Gervais' wife, before the show had started, she's died from cancer, and he's just
Yeah.
he's coming out of the fact that he wants to die and all this stuff, and he works for this shitty fucking newspaper, and she's and the guy that's he works and he lives in a small town in England, and he works for this free newspaper. And the funniest thing is like the he goes around to people like they got a piece of toast and it's burnt and it looks like Jesus on it or something like that. And he goes around and interviews these people. It's so fucking funny. That movie cracks me up. Or that show cracks me up. At one point he goes on a date. One of his friends sets him up for a date, and the woman shows up. She's Ricky Gervais is his character. He just drinks, and this woman's chain smoking, and he's like, she basically tells him, I don't want to be here, and he's just like, whatever, we'll split the check. he's he's constantly ripping on his photographer for being fat and out of shape and all this stuff. It's actually really good. Obviously he doesn't kill himself because season two happens, and basically the only reason he doesn't kill himself is because of the dog that he got his wife. And he constantly watches on his laptop home movies and a goodbye video that his wife sent him. And season 3 is getting ready to come out soon, and I can't wait. It's so funny. It's very British. It's.
I was gonna say, I think I think I know what you're talking about. I was gonna ask, is it like a British comedy, like drama, dramedy or something like that?
It's Ricky Gervais, the guy that literally told Hollywood to go kick rocks.
Yeah.
And it's really funny. It's. There's a couple parts where you're like, oh, I feel bad for him, but he befriends like a hooker, and he's talking to her one day, and he's like, so you'll do anything for like $20? Well, he says pounds, and she's like, yeah. So he walks her back to his house and has her do her dishes. And then she just starts showing up all the time. He kind of befriends the mailman, and you remember Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
How
Sean's mom from Shaun of the Dead is in it, and he meets her while she's sitting at her husband's gravestone is next to Ricky Gervais' wife, and they become friends, and that's his kind of therapy because his therapist is a fucking idiot. His boss is his brother-in-law, and his boss is basically a sad sack. It's really funny, but the best part is when he's sitting there talking to Sean's mom, and he's like, I've decided I'm not going to be a dick to everybody. I'm just going to be a dick to people that deserve it. And that's when he befriends the hooker, and he befriends the mailman that he's constantly mean to. And his mailman will show up every once in a while and be like, hey, can I use your bathroom? And he's like, why? He's like, well, I got to go to the bathroom. He's like, fine, whatever. Then 20 minutes later, the guy's still in the bathroom, goes upstairs, and the dude's in the bathtub. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I got a date tonight. He's like, yeah, but go home. He's like, well, if I go home and then shower and then I go meet her, I won't have time. He's like, but whatever. Just finish up. I gotta go. He's like, okay, I'll lock up for you. It's so funny. It's a really cute, funny show. But it does have its sad moments where it's you're like, oh, you kind of feel for the guy.
I can't do the sad shit, man. Like
it's not
as
sad.
Many times,
You're not gonna cry like a.
Well, as many times as I've seen, like Psych or Scrubs. There's, all right, this is gonna be me sounding like a bitch right now, but you know what? I'll be a bitch, and you guys can make fun of me and laugh at me.
Brandon Fraser.
Oh my god!
Scrubs
Oh my
is
god!
The saddest fucking thing on television.
That is the worst.
Ever.
That is
Holy
the worst.
Fuck.
Group of episodes on Scrubs ever. That is such an emotional roller coaster.
If you don't cry during that, you are a fucking asshole and you have no.
Dr. Cox kills me in those episodes.
God. And when he finally realizes, he's like, JD looks at him and he's like, "Where do you think we are right now?" And then he realizes where he is, and you just fucking weep like a little girl. I don't care who you are.
Scrubs and Psych. Yeah. Both of those shows, known for their comedy.
Explain the Psych one, because I haven't gotten that far into it, because I don't have it on Hulu or anything, because I don't have Hulu down here until I get a VPN. So I don't know. What am I watching on?
Oh yeah, you don't have Prime down there either.
No, I have Prime. I have to pay for it.
Emotional roller coasters, man. They have so many funny shows, but every once in a while there's one of the season finales. Sean's dad gets shot.
Oh, okay.
There's a season finale, or there's an episode where Sean gets shot. The whole romance between Sean and Juliet.
You know they get married.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, I
trust me. I've watched every episode of Psych. I'm on my 4th or 5th time watching it, and I've seen both movies a couple times. And I just realized that on Peacock they got a brand new Psych 3 movie called This Is Gus.
Oh no shit. Oh yeah, I
and
saw
that one
that.
looks good. So I'm actually gonna probably watch that tomorrow because I'm a loser and I have no friends and family, so it's just Thanksgiving by myself.
Right.
So I went.
Well,
So I'm gonna
we don't
watch
even get
Psych
to
3.
do Thanksgiving.
I was gonna say you guys don't celebrate Thanksgiving down there. It's an American
Well,
holiday.
it's not. Yeah, it's an American holiday.
It's for
But
Americans, not you Mexicans.
the problem is like
Build the
usually
wall.
there's an expats Thanksgiving,
Uh-huh.
and unfortunately, this year they're not doing it for some
Yeah.
reason. I don't know why.
Nah, so I
But
went.
last year my Cancun, I call her my Cancun grandmother. So she used to be my neighbor. I used to go
Yeah.
over to her house, but she's in Virginia right now.
Now I went to Kroger's today, which was a nightmare. Because I thought I had plans. I thought I was going to go over to my broster's tomorrow. But then he told me last minute that his wife decided to work and blah 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 whatever. I was like, all right, whatever. So I went to Kroger's today and just got me a little like the same thing I did last year. I just got a little 2 pound, 2.5 pound turkey breast
Right.
that I'll cook up instead of a full turkey because there's no sense in me buying even the smallest turkey I could find was like 8 pounds, and there's no sense in me buying an 8 pound fucking turkey just for me.
Yeah. Well, I can get a turkey here. I just don't have an oven big enough to cook it in.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, what is one person going to do with an 8 pound turkey? I wouldn't even eat all the leftovers before it went bad.
Yeah.
So I got and I got these little turkey breasts last year. Man, they were so fucking good too. Oh my god.
Right.
And they come pre-seasoned, and they're in like this. Oh, so good. I got some other little fixings, and of course I had to get me a pumpkin pie.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm gonna eat.
I
I'm
literally
gonna.
told
I'm
my
gonna
wife-
eat it. I'm gonna eat an entire
wife said
pumpkin
that-
pie by myself tomorrow with a fucking spoon.
Oh my god!
Cool.
Last night, my brother-in-law was. We celebrated my brother-in-law's birthday last night, right? And my wife's sitting there. She had just gotten home, and he doesn't like. He's like me. He doesn't like cake, so
Yeah.
they bought him a cheesecake. And my wife said, "Can you get me a fork?" And I was like, "Yeah," because I was over in the kitchen, and I could not find a fork to save my life, so I grabbed a spoon and I said, "Here, you can thank Chris." She's like,
It's
"What?"
not. No, well, you can eat a cheesecake with a spoon, but it's not the
Yeah.
same effect as to when like I said. This is only a good ratio when it comes to like a pumpkin pie and your Cool Whip. You eat it with a spoon. Cool Whip, pumpkin pie, perfect ratio every time. Or if you've got an apple pie or a cherry pie and you're eating it with vanilla bean ice cream, vanilla bean ice cream with a
the
spoon,
apple pie
and then
and the cherry pie, I totally get because they kind of
Yeah.
they spill out.
yeah. So you get your spoon, you go into the ice cream first, then you go into the pie, or for pumpkin pie, you go into the whipped cream, and then you go into the pumpkin pie. It's perfect every time. It's a perfect ratio. I'm telling you, don't knock it until you try it. It'll blow your mind.
This is the hill Chris dies on, folks.
This is the hill I die on. Absolutely.
Well,
this is a good
my
this is a
wife
good
asked me-
goddamn hill to die on too, Jeffrey.
My wife asked me. She says, "You're getting paid this Friday, right?" I said, "Yeah, we're going straight to Costco."
Ain't none of your
She's
business,
getting paid.
bitch.
No, but it's because like the Netflix bill's coming up and all that stuff. And I said I'd cover
Yeah.
it this month, and she said, "You're getting paid Friday, right?" I said, "Yeah, why?" She's like, "Oh, it's just because the Netflix is coming up." I said, "Oh, I'll get it, no big deal." But the funny one is, but however, our first stop is Costco. She's like, "Why?" I said, "It's Thanksgiving. They're gonna have pumpkin pies there. I'm buying that. I'm buying a pecan pie, and
Gross.
I'm gonna be honey baked ham. I love a good honey baked ham.
Oh yeah.
So-
Yeah.
I can do that in my little bitty toaster oven."
Well, see, I don't know if you guys have them down there or if you've ever heard of them. I don't know how long they've been around. But we have this place here called Honey Baked Ham.
No,
And
we
you
don't
can
have
go in and you can buy your hams in there and you can get them cooked or
Oh, really?
or uncooked. And they've got the regular honey baked ham, but then they got all these other, or you could even go in there for lunch and just get like a sandwich and stuff because they have everything in the store. It's like a little honey baked ham store.
It's almost like a deli.
Oh my god, dude! I'm telling you, they have. I'm not a big ham guy, but they have some of the best fucking ham in the world in there, and they were a customer of ours at Orkin. So, you know the great thing about being the Orkin man, and when they like you and you do a good job, when
Must
you
Love
come and
Dogs.
see
That's the
them,
name of that movie. Sorry.
what was it?
Must love dogs.
Oh.
John Cusack.
When you go in there once a month, then you get a free honey baked ham sandwich. So,
Nice.
and it's one of
So
those
yeah,
things
like it shows up on the job board. You're like, I'll take it.
yeah. Well, I had three of them. So, needless to say, I had one every week scheduled
Breakfast,
every
lunch,
month.
and
So,
dinner.
well, no, once a week three of the weeks during the month, I got my honey baked ham sandwich, and it was one of those things where you didn't have to eat it right then, and if it sat in your truck until lunchtime, even down there, it didn't hurt it.
Good, right?
Yeah. So I mean, but
Yeah, but
they
like,
were dude, they're
it's the best.
so good.
For me, the best part of Thanksgiving is not pay. It's the leftovers. There's nothing better than a nice
Yeah.
turkey sandwich or a nice, that
Yeah.
thick fuck off ham sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Well, yeah. That's one thing I do miss the last 2 years because, like I said, last year it was just me. This year it's just me. I have no friends or family up here, and I don't want to bother any of my friends and be like, "Can I go to your family's house with you for Thanksgiving?"
The weird guy, the weird bearded guy that comes
Yeah.
over, eats food, drinks beer, and passes out on the couch.
Yeah, even though like I know like Kevin and TJ, if they're going over to his mom and dad, they actually got a little bit upset because last year I didn't come over and I was home alone. But Kevin's parents love me, especially his mom. I used to tell Kevin all the time, dude, your mom's hot. Just to weird him out. But I just don't want to intrude, so I was like, I'll just do my own thing, it ain't that big a deal.
Right?
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get up in the morning and clean up the apartment, throw on the Macy's Day Parade, and clean up the apartment, and then I'll cook me a little early dinner, and then I'll have that for the rest of the day and night. And the kids aren't coming over until Friday, so
Right?
I have all day tomorrow and pretty much all day Friday. I would say I'm going to watch football, but the early game for tomorrow is Chicago and Detroit, and they're both horrendous. So it's like I could watch this game, or I could watch this game or punch myself in the dick repeatedly. It's going to be just as painful. The only thing is maybe Detroit will get their first win of the season. So
That's a big maybe, though. Mm-hmm. Well, even like I don't. Thanksgiving we really didn't. We would always do like a family thing back when I was home. Here we just kind of. It's a normal fucking day. But
yeah, pretty much.
We would do a family thing, so it would always be at either my grandmother's or it'd be at my aunt's or whatever, or our house, and it was like a small single day family reunion for the closest people. And
Well, my family's never really done much for Thanksgiving, anyways. When we were up here before we moved to South Carolina, my ex-wife, her family always did stuff, and it was always like a big ordeal. You know what I mean? Like everybody was there, and it was like a 2-day thing basically, and it was fun. And then when we moved to Charleston, because we didn't have any family or anything down there, we started doing Friendsgiving with our friends because I have eaten well 25 days and have lost 40 pounds 90 days, but I'm about to eat. Man, fucking tear it up.
Hell yeah. Apparently
said
get you
that
a
right.
spoon, sir.
Yes. Get you a pumpkin pie and get you a tub of Cool Whip. Get a spoon. Go into the Cool Whip first and then go into your pumpkin pie. And if you've never done it, mind blown, and you can thank me later, sir.
This is Chris's catchphrase.
Ready Whip. Hey, Ready Whip's good too. Either way.
Yeah, Ready Whip works. But my wife makes her own whipped cream.
I've done that before. I've actually done that
Pisses
before.
me off because I'm like, it's literally the ingredients to make your own whipped cream is literally right next to the Cool Whip. I'm like, just get the fucking Cool Whip.
Yeah, but you could add your own little, like I've done it. I've added my own little, like I've added cinnamon to it, or I've added pumpkin spice to it, or
she does it and she makes it into like she freezes it.
Yeah.
Makes it into like an ice cream. And it's fucking awesome, don't get me wrong, but it's like, you know what, we can get the Cool Whip, throw some strawberries in that bitch and call it a day.
Yeah. And I've done it. Like I mean, I've thrown different things in there. Brown sugar. I've made Cool Whip a few times. Like I actually, several years back, I started cooking for Thanksgiving. I'd do the turkey. I'd do the whole 9 yards. Uh, and I started doing
I
it mainly
burned
just because of my ex-wife's work schedule. With she working in the hospital, typically she would,
right.
if she had to work the Wednesday night before, then I would just be like, all right, I'll handle the cooking. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I think I got this. I think. First time I cooked a turkey, she was like, yeah, I'm never cooking a turkey again. I was like, fuck.
Damn it!
This is a pain in
You know
the
what I do
ass.
want to do? I do want to try the whole deep fried turkey thing.
You got to be careful, man.
Well, I
Because
mean,
you could blow
my
yourself
house
up.
is fucking concrete, so I don't care.
There you go. That's not a bad. Actually, that's a pretty good.
Hell
That's a
yes.
pretty good Thanksgiving movie. In all honesty.
That's the best thing.
Well, speaking of holiday movies,
Yeah.
Jeff, maybe you can answer this. The ultimate number one Christmas movie.
Die Hard.
Yes, sir. That was going to lead
no
me to my
question.
next question.
No,
Yeah.
there's no question whatsoever. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and number 2 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yep. Exactly how I put them. Yep.
I literally, I have things I every
Go to the
year.
holiday. Go to the office party. It'll be fun.
Go to the coast. We'll get together. Have a few laughs. Speaking of which, I have to remake my. Now that I got my printer fixed, I have to remake my Christmas tree decoration. You print out a picture of John McClane holding the lighter,
Yeah.
and you put it in a box wrapped in tinfoil, and it literally looks like and they put one of the lights behind it.
Oh,
And it
nice.
literally looks like he's an event in your Christmas tree.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
I saw it on TikTok one day, or not TikTok. I saw it on Facebook one day. I was like, oh, I know what I'm doing.
Well, speaking of top tens, we're getting ready to take a real quick break. But speaking of top tens, I got a twofer for you tonight. I got a double feature in the top 10 world. Die Hard number 1, Vacation number 2, Home Alone number 3. I can agree with that.
I can give it that. I can get behind that.
Home Alone's a good movie.
As I was saying,
Home Alone 1. The other ones were.
the second one is so bad.
I do kind of want to see the new one, the remake on Disney
Halloween, Halloween, I have to watch Beetlejuice, and I have to watch Hocus Pocus. Not in any particular order.
Plus. Hocus Pocus.
I
God,
love
you're
that
such a
fucking
girl.
movie, dude. I am. Well, Sarah Jessica Parker
I'm gonna watch.
fucking in a in a corset. Oh man. And then
It's Halloween. Let's watch Halloween movies. Hocus Pocus, please.
Thanksgiving,
Fag.
you got you
Hey,
have
Joe.
to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And then Christmas, you gotta watch Die Hard. Bette Midler, no thanks. Bette Midler is annoying as shit, and I can't wait to see the new Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out soon. I think it's coming out next year. But I have to watch Die Hard for Christmas, Vacation, and Home Alone. Home Alone it just gets thrown on throughout the month of December.
Yeah, it's a good number 3. I agree with that. Home Alone's a good number 3 because that's one that in the last couple of years that around Christmas time that we've actually started watching quite a bit in my house.
The funny thing, you'll give me shit for this, and I know you will.
This is
My pet peeve about Home Alone.
oh Jesus Christ! Here
What
we
the
go.
fuck does Kevin's dad do? Because he's literally flying the entire.
That pretty girl.
family
I'm not
to
getting my
fucking
Facebook
Paris.
comments.
He's literally flies the entire.
Did you not see their house?
And he's got that big fuck off house.
Don't worry about
What
what
the
he
fuck
does.
is this dude for a
Don't
living?
worry about
Because
it.
I want his job. Because
Forget about it. Don't worry about what he does.
That's the
He
one
does
thing that
things.
bothers me about the whole movie.
He does things. He just does things, man. Don't
And
worry
I
about
have
it. Forget
I
about
have
it.
a factoid. I have a factoid about the movie. Joe Pesci on set would not talk to Macaulay Culkin throughout the entire filming because he wanted him
What?
to think that he was just as mean and evil as he was to get a better reaction on the kid, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I saw that the other day. I was like, oh, but damn, that's fucking cool shit. Like,
But,
that's
I
what you
mean-
read about. But at the end of the day, it's like,
Joe Pesci, as much as he plays like the good fella type, bad guy type, I bet in real life he's probably one of the sweetest motherfuckers you'll ever meet. One, you're 4 foot
I
tall.
think looks really
Go.
sweet, and I would totally love to hang out with the dude. Is fucking Danny DeVito. Have you
Oh,
seen the video of
absolutely. Oh,
Danny
yeah.
DeVito and The Rock, fucking
He said,
crashing that
yeah,
wedding?
yeah. Jim Carrey's Grinch is actually pretty good. That's probably up there in one of our top Christmas movies. And he said, "Fuck Uncle Frank." Yeah, Uncle Frank's a
Yeah, Uncle
dickbag.
Frank.
You
I
know,
would
Uncle Frank
knock
is
that
touching
motherfucker
kids.
out. Yeah, Uncle Frank is a douche. Seriously, that whole scene where he's like, "Look what you did, you little." Oh, I would knock that motherfucker out. You talk to my kid like that, you're about to get laid the fuck out.
Yeah.
Walk to Paris,
Well,
bitch.
Kevin was kind of the shithead of the family, anyways. Didn't seem like
But he
anybody
didn't
really
even
liked
do
him.
anything.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. He didn't really. Yeah, nobody
Buzz is
really
a
liked him,
fucking
and he didn't even.
asshole, too.
Yeah, he didn't even really do it. Did you see in the preview of the new
Yes, it's
Home
out
Alone?
too. I haven't watched it yet. I'm waiting for.
No, I'm gonna
it.
watch it with the kids. So
But yeah,
he plays one of the cops.
he plays the cop. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the security system for the house is called McAllister Security.
Huh. Well, there's what his dad did.
No, I think it's a reference to Macaulay Culkin, protecting his house.
I kind of want to see the new movie. It does look cute. I don't think it'll stand up to the original, but it looks
I
like
never saw the third one.
they're all bad. After the
Yeah, exactly. After the second one.
Kevin, you are such a disease. Kevin, I'm going to feed you to my tarantula.
Exactly. The dude is a fucking terrorist. He's a little terror on poor Kevin.
Well, you have that.
Kevin's have you heard the theory about Kevin
What's that?
that he grew up to be the Saw guy?
What?
Yeah, it's the theory because if you look at all the elaborate shit he set up, that means that kid's mind is like. What's that?
Sorry. One of the guys I work with just texted me after they've been giving me shit the last 2 days at work, and like yesterday we did chili dogs and we ate those leftover steaks from the other day, and they put on highlights from OSU versus Michigan. Of course,
Right.
OSU winning because Saturday's the OSU Michigan
Of
game.
course.
Today we got pizza. There's this amazing pizza place on campus. Oh my god, their pizza's like not too thick but not too thin, just perfect. That's somewhere in between, and the crust has got a little bit of a crunch to it.
Nice.
But so we got pizza from there. Typically we get pizza from there every Friday. So they've been fucking with me all week because it's Michigan Ohio State week, and
yeah.
I don't really have much room to say anything. I mean, I think Michigan's won twice in the last 20 years. So he just texted me, and he was like, "All right, I got Kamara out. So I have Javonte Williams against the Chargers, or should I pick up Tevin Campbell against the Texans?" Oh, now you want fantasy football advice, huh, Mr. Wise Guy?
Giving me shit.
I'll message you here in a little bit. And be like, "Oh, so now you want fantasy advice, huh, there, Wise Guy? Not so funny now, huh?"
Well, it's like lazy competent. Yes. You are what the French call lazy competent.
Did my speaker die?
Maybe.
I think it did. Fucking kids. But anyways, let's take a real quick break. We're gonna come back with news. I do got a lot of stories. So I'm gonna pick a couple tonight, and then I'll pick a couple tomorrow, and then if we got time before, if you're down for a third hour, I'm down for a third hour.
Yeah. As far as it goes right now.
So in the third hour, we'll put the top 10 in the third hour.
Yeah. Yeah, because we usually go on a rant on the. Thank you.
And then, but like I said, I got a double feature in the top 10 today because tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and fire up the old
When advertising on YouTube, I know that.
YouTube box here.
Yeah.
Stop going right to that fucking song.
Yeah, we need to get Haps needs to get on that fucking thing. Hopefully they'll have it fixed by the end of the weekend.
Yeah, I don't know when they're planning on having it
It just
back
says
up.
coming soon. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
how hard is it?
Happy Thanksgiving to you too. We'll be right back here in just a few minutes if you want to hang out. We're gonna take a real quick break. Blake. Blah, 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 blah. We got Blacktop Mojo. Just yeah. Hey Blake, how you doing? I didn't know you were coming over tonight.
Blake?
Shh, I'm in the middle of the podcast. Get over here.
break.
Blah 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 blah.
You just hear it about
Quiet. Quiet.
Shut up, dude.
Calm down, bro. I know you're excited, but damn.
We're on break. I can mute the mic.
We'll take a real quick break here. Got a little Blacktop Mojo coming up for you guys. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Do me a favor and mute your mic.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
I'm being pulled
And we are back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Nonsensical Nonsense. I'm Glick, hanging out with the one and only. Thank God they broke the mold when they made him, not because he was made special, but just because he was so goddamn fucked up.
Yeah, well,
Jeffrey.
That'd be me. At the end of the day, I said.
I honestly don't even know if your birth certificate.
My birth
They broke the
certificate's
mold.
made up. They broke the mold when they made me because, there can only be so many perfect creatures out there. Me and the unicorns.
Calm down.
Just that's it.
Calm down there, Chief. You and the fucking Schmiegels. No. I don't know if your birth certificate says your name is Jeffrey or not, but it's Jeffrey now. So
it's always been Jeffrey. It's spelled
like
weird.
I don't know if that's your. Jeffrey spelled weird.
Yeah, well, it's. How would you normally spell Jeffrey?
Probably Jefffery.
It's Rey. As I said, it's spelled weird, and I
Well, it's
constantly
not like
spell
your
it
name.
wrong because of that. Because I don't use Jeffrey unless
Yeah.
somebody's yelling at me.
Well,
But the
it's
funny
not like
thing
your
is
name's.
my-
It's not like your name's Geoffrey.
Yeah, well, funny thing is my
Geoff.
name's not even Jeffrey.
No, that is not your middle. That is, Jeff's your middle name, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. It's because I'm technically a junior. My dad's name's David, and his dad was name's David, so it got confusing. So everybody just started calling me Jeff.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I did know that.
But if somebody
Actually.
calls me David, I don't fucking answer.
Your stories aren't even amusing. Accidentally, Steve Martin playing.
Steve
Merry
Martin.
Christmas, you filthy.
The funniest part of that scene of that movie is Steve Martin on the plane, John Candy next to him. John Candy starts taking off his shoes and socks and waving his socks around to air them out. And Steve Martin's face is just like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, what the fuck?
That and the car burning. Holy shit! I lose it every time. I lose it every time. That movie cracks me up. I have it on Blu-ray, I have it on DVD, and it's on Netflix. So I'm set to watch it anytime. I've watched that movie maybe so many times. I love John Candy.
Jesus Christ.
I've even seen Wagons East like 3 times.
Nice. Well, as I said, welcome back to the show, guys. If you're not already, make sure you check us out on social media at Nonsensical Nonsense on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok when we're not banned. You can also join us live Wednesdays at 6 and Saturdays at 8 p.m. on HAPS, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and I think that's it. And Twitter.
Twatter.
And Twitter. We are live on Twitter as well.
We're on Twatter.
All at Nonsensical Nonsense again. And the same thing goes for if you want to catch every episode of the podcast. Feel free to check them out on Anchor, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, basically anywhere and everywhere you get your little podcast jollies off at. So go give us a like, go give us a share, tell your friends about it if you like what you hear. Hopefully we're getting better and better as we go on. Sometimes I doubt it, but we try.
Give me 2 seconds. I was doing one thing and I got a fried chicken, so I'll be right back.
Jesus Christ. I don't know why my nose is all fucked up tonight. Sorry about that.
You know what? Yours and mine too. That's another thing. I gotta blow my nose, and I get a paper to blow my nose.
Yeah.
But no, you're not gonna get on. Ramble for a minute.
You guys could. Oh my God! You guys could also email us if you'd like. If you'd like to reach out, maybe come on the show. We are looking to get into the interview game. If you'd interested in sponsoring a bottom feeding podcast, and it's growing and trying to get better as we go, then you can always reach us at our email at nonsensicalnonsensepodcast@gmail.com. Now, as I said, we are going to come back in the second hour. I got to figure out how to get the news into the first hour at some point. It's just hard because the first hour, we just kind of spend shooting the shit, bullshitting around. So, maybe we'll keep it in the second hour. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But I do got a little bit of news for you. I don't have my actual sounder. Thanks again, Haps, but I do got this.
So listen to this. Listen to this. Okay, listen. I'm going to tell you a couple of stories.
It's the neighbor's dogs, apparently, Joe. So I got some stories, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Bob, you know the deal. Fire up Nonsensical Nonsense. 1, 2, and I think we're going to need 3, but keep it on standby. You don't have to fuel it up just yet. We're going to go ahead and jump in Nonsensical Nonsense number 2 for this first story. Actually, take that back, Bob. Fire up the jet. Nonsensical Nonsense number 1. We're going to Germany. No, we avoid the drama and the bullshit, and we're just here to have fun. That's all we're doing, man. And we're not changing for anybody. We're not gonna all of a sudden, just to get more views and like, go onto some Christian Jesus freak tirade, which a lot of people have all of a sudden done this week. But
Yeah,
you
hey,
know, we're just
I'm
gonna
down
keep
with
doing.
I'm down with Jeebus, but I mean, there's a limit.
We're gonna continue to be the same nonsensical nonsense that we've always been, that we will always be, as long as I can keep Jeff in check, and he doesn't get on his political nonsense.
No,
But-
Joe, I did not change the dogs. I still have 9. There's 4 big ones, 5 little ones.
But I told Bob to fire up Nonsensical Nonsense, our private jet, number 1.
All right,
We're gonna take a little trip here on this first story. I don't think many of the stories get us out of the state tonight, but I got one that's gonna get us out of the state.
All righty.
I don't know how this is gonna sit with some people, but we're going to Germany. Hey!
9. Guten Tag und guten Morgen. Heinz und Flitzen.
Yes, sure, whatever.
The Figenuten.
Well, in Berlin, a man in Germany has discovered the hard way that it's best to get a driving license first before trying to use it. Police in Bergham, near Cologne, said Tuesday that the 37-year-old drove himself to his driving test, parking
Okay, funny thing about that, I've done this. Here. Because I have to have a driver's license for here, and I literally drive the car. But here they don't have a driver's test. You actually take a quickie test, and it's like an eye test. It's literally an eye test. And
enough.
then you're like, you're done. Go ahead. Go drive. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Fair enough, but it says he drove himself, parking an Opel Zafira outside the test center, in front of an astonished examiner. They said he told police officers who were called to the scene on Monday that he had only driven because he wanted to make sure to get to the driving test on time. His test was immediately called off. The man now faces an investigation for driving without a license. Police also opened an investigation of the car's owner.
Oh, so he borrowed somebody's car.
Yeah, well, hopefully he borrowed it and he didn't steal it.
Yeah, he's like, Bob won't miss this car. I'm taking it. You know, the funny thing, I would never live in Germany.
Wow.
As cool as the Autobahn would be, they're so strict on the modifications you can do to your car. I would get banned by just starting my car.
Here we go.
You can barely put different rims on your vehicle. So fuck Germany. For that.
Okay, fair enough. Well, hey,
I would love to drive on the Autobahn though. I think it would be nice.
yeah. I think it'd be pretty cool to do it one time. I would actually kind of like to visit Germany. It's on my that's from the little bit I know about my family history
Right.
on the Glick side. Go ahead and ask your question, Cam. and I'll answer it here in a second. Um, our family comes from Germany, in the Germany area.
Right.
I don't know where from. But plus, Germany, much like England, I don't ever have any desire to go to England or really want to go to England. But I do want to go there for the castles and stuff. So I want to go there for the history.
No,
and
I totally
whatnot.
get that. And you know, as bad as it seems, the first thing I want to see is the concentration camps.
How about we not say that and then laugh after we say it?
No, but because you don't. Okay.
It is a third world country,
It
Cameron.
is. However, I live in the most Americanized city in Mexico. No, but what I'm saying about the whole concentration camp thing
Yeah, whatever.
is, for instance, Newark. It's not really known for anything, but what that I can think of. But what would something like if you go to New York? What do you want to see? You want to see the Statue of Liberty?
Well, a lot of things you want to see in New York, depending upon your taste.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but it's like one of the must-see tourist attractions, and somebody did an interview about they went to Germany for a film, and they're like they got in a cab, and the cab driver was like, "Where do you want to go?" Like, "We want to see the concentration camps." He's like, "Well, you know, we got other things." He's like, "Yeah, we know all that shit. We want to see the concentration camps.
Yeah.
We want to see the biggest blunder of any nation in the world."
Yeah.
And it's one of those things. It's like, you know, I don't want to go and be disrespectful, and be an asshole. I want to go because I want to see it. It's
Yeah.
It is the biggest blunder of any nation country.
You just want to see it. I mean, that's kind of like Joanne said, Ireland. Like, I would love to go to Ireland or Scotland, but it's based off the same thing. The history, the castles, the you know, there's just a lot of.
It's like if first place if I had the money to travel like that, first place I gotta go to Transylvania. Tell me you wouldn't go.
What's in the Hudson River?
That was going to be my question.
I mean, I don't really.
Jimmy Hoffa.
I don't know if he's in there.
No, Cam, to answer your question, I moved down here with a company, and I was working for the company. The company went out of business, and I was already dating somebody, so I stayed, and then I eventually met my wife, and getting her back to the States legally and all that shit is such a pain in the fucking ass. And so it's just, and plus all her family's here, and Chris, you'll contest this. 90% of the time when you're married, you live closer to her parents than yours.
Nope.
Well, you're the exception to the rule.
Indeed, I
I
am.
swear to God, if a month went by where her mother didn't show up or call, I'd think she was dead. Fuck, if a week went by and her mother didn't call, I'd think she died.
Well, there's that. I mean,
Yeah. And my family, my immediate family, we're not super close, so it doesn't really bother me. And any time I want, I can just call my mom up. But yeah, it's living here is actually not so bad, especially with this new job where my money goes a way farther than yours, with the exception of gas. I have to sneeze.
I was gonna say, isn't your
Yeah, it's like
isn't your gas over like $4 a gallon?
yeah, my gas is $4 a gallon, but right now I don't have a vehicle that runs, so it's no big deal. But at the end of the day,
There's that.
there is that. But at the end of the day, it's like my house. Like for instance, a house, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Chris, what's it cost up by you?
2 bedroom, 2 bath
Yeah, 2 levels
to buy or rent?
to buy.
Depending upon the area. In all honesty,
Yeah, but I mean,
I mean, I could go to the east side of Newark and get one for 75, 85, 90,000. I could come
Yeah,
to the where I live
right.
on this side of Newark, and the same exact house would be 200,000.
Right. Where my house is in one of the nicest neighborhoods. It's a brand new neighborhood, and brand new house, never been lived in by anybody. 35 grand out the door. That's the big difference. Now, it's weird things that are expensive here. I looked at a 89 S10 yesterday on Facebook, and they wanted like 6 grand, and I was like, haha, no. But it's certain things like food. Holy shit, food is cheap, and food is excellent. And I actually, I also like the fact that I never have to see snow again, unless I want to.
We have Mexican in Ohio. It's down the
but
road from me.
It's not.
It's Taco Bell. It's
not
authentic.
the
It's the same thing.
same.
It's the same thing. I can also go just a little bit past Taco Bell, and there's a Mexican restaurant that's literally owned by immigrants that came over years ago, and they keep it as literally as authentic as they possibly can.
Well, funnily enough, some of the best food I've ever had is not close to me. It's a 2-hour flight in Mexico City. They sell sandwiches. They call them tortas, but basically it's a sandwich. It's like a real thick bun, right? It's like like a big burger. I kid you not, huge, as big as your head, for like $1.50. It's like, holy shit. Because I hear the price and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need 2 of them. And they're like, really? And I'm like, well, how big are they? And they show me. I'm like, yeah, 1 will be enough. And then you eat half of it, and then you eat the other half for dinner.
No, I don't know.
What are you talking about? You don't eat queso in Mexico. My wife buys cheese like you fucking read about. Walmart can't keep enough fucking cheese in to keep my wife happy. Do they make puffy tacos there? No. Puffy? Are you trying to say puppy? Although there was a story a couple years ago of a taco guy. He had like a little street vendor kind of guy. He actually got busted for using dog, but it was in like some podunk fucking town. They're like, "Where's all the stray dogs?" it literally came down to the fact that people were noticing there was less and less stray dogs. He's from Guanajuato. Where that is? Guanajuato is. I've been there. It's a little bit south of Mexico City. It's about an hour and a half flight, maybe. Nice town. The weird thing about different towns, with the exception of big touristy towns, is if you go to a place like Guanajuato or you go to Puebla, everybody's fucking super nice. It's creepy how nice people are.
Well, anyways,
literally creepy.
We're stuck in Germany.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Before
we're
Jeff
stuck in
goes on
Germany.
another goddamn Mexico, come visit Mexico PSA. We're right in the middle of fucking news, Cameron.
I'm trying to get us sponsored by Mexican Tourist Bureau.
I don't think that's going to go over too well, considering I tell most people not to go there. You can't drink the water. The cartel will kill you.
Oh,
And
I've lived in Mexico 20 years. I've never had a problem with anybody, and I don't drink water anyway, so who gives a fuck?
well, it is what it is. We're stuck in Germany while you and this guy over here is probably just trying to. This guy over here is probably trying to get out of the States to avoid extradition for some being a creeper at a kid's high school or a kid's elementary school.
I was a crossing guard, damn it.
Joanne's gonna tell you you're all wrong about
Right.
Mexican food. I'm the only one that's right about Mexican food. The most authentic Mexican food you can find is at Taco Bell.
Oh my God.
It's more authentic than what's in Mexico.
I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna get my
Bob,
wife on the podcast and get you to fucking
leaving
say
Jeff
that
in Germany.
and just watch her destroy you.
Fucking destroy her. She really does not. I would say it to her.
That is a
she
hill
really
that
does
woman will
not
die on.
She really doesn't want to go toe to toe with me, considering all the things that I've learned about her recently.
Yeah, well, that would be.
You want to talk about somebody getting completely destroyed
That would be
and
an interesting
humiliated? Because
Another
as we
reason
know,
she doesn't want to come on the podcast.
yeah, as we know, between here, the old brain, and the mouth, there's no filter for me. And I would just let her have it, but that's just me looking out for you because that's what I do.
I'm my neighbor.
Anyways, Bob, fire up the engines.
Yeah, where are we going?
We're going back to the States. We're leaving Jeff in Germany. We're throwing Cameron in a concentration camp. I wouldn't try to sabotage anything considering the question you asked me the other day, fucker. I'll bring that up here in a little bit. I'll bring that up the other day. I'll bring that up here in a few. We're coming back to the States. We're going to Asheville, North Carolina.
Okay.
Police report a restaurant break-in. The suspect consumes beer and ice cream.
Chris, what the
Cameron,
fuck are
this
you doing? This is Chris. Chris, where were you on the date of?
Yeah, I was just going to say Cameron lives right by Asheville. I was going to go see Cameron, all right? And I got sidetracked. I was thirsty and I wanted ice cream.
That place has got beer and ice cream. Fuck. Pit stop.
Officers with the North Carolina Police Department appeared to have no trouble finding the suspect in a break-in, possibly because he had a stomach ache. Asheville police say in the news release that patrol officers apprehended the man who broke into a downtown restaurant on Monday and apparently helped himself to some beer and ice cream. According to the news release, officers responded to the business on Patton Avenue after a report of forcible and breaking and entering. Thank you guys for not using the bad word that I can't say.
Robbery?
No, the burglar gully.
Burglary.
Burglar.
Booger snatchers.
Yeah. The officers found an opened alcohol containers, and after a brief investigation, they found the suspect nearby. The man is charged with 2 counts of larceny after breaking and entering, felony breaking and entering. The man was also served with an open warrant for second-degree trespass. His bond is set for $3,000.
Well, being that it's felony breaking and entering or felony larceny, that means he ate and drank more than like $2,000 worth of shit.
Well, depending on what he was drinking, I mean, if he went
this is
full
true.
on high
Top
end,
shelf. Top
yeah,
shelf. You're already in the shit. You might as well go for the gold.
right.
I think
Exactly.
It's like $2,000.
So, I mean, again, this is the second time that somebody has broken into a bar.
Oh.
You don't remember what you asked me pertaining to the podcast, Cameron? Shame on you. Then the answer is no. So, I mean, maybe I'm not so weird for possibly one day breaking into a bar and just sitting there getting wasted. I may do that tomorrow night.
The third time somebody's broke into a restaurant or a bar.
I may, well, yeah. Well, no, the one time that was mannequins.
The one guy,
it wasn't
drank
actual,
all the. No,
remember the one was
no. We had
the one was
guy.
mannequins.
One guy that got locked into a. He accidentally got locked into a bar. We have this guy, and then the guy that broke into like the Burger King and drank the.
Oh yeah, that was the
French
Burger
fry
King.
oil.
Yeah, drank all the
Jesus
oil.
Christ. in like 8 minutes or some shit like that.
There you go. The next news article I'll be reading is about me because I broke into a bar tomorrow. I'm like,
it's from a jail cell.
Yeah.
Saturday Christmas. We're coming to you live from jail. Bubba,
Come to you live from the Newark City jail.
Big old guy coming over. Come over here.
Jeff, you would have never, you
podcast,
would never
I'm gonna
guess
kiss
it.
me on the
We are,
mouth.
yeah, Jeff, you would have never guessed it. We are hugely popular in the Newark City jail. The guards love us. The prisoners love us. They treat me like a king here.
I'm never leaving.
Stop it! Not now, Bubba. I'm in the
They
middle of
even
a show
brought
and
me
they
a
can see your
laptop
head.
to the bars.
They gave me my laptop and mic and everything. These guys are great. I'm staying here
Tyrone's
forever.
bitch, but it's worth it.
No, I am not. Meanwhile, Tyrone's bringing me some prison hooch. Yeah. Your beverage, sir. Thank you, Tyrone. You're a good man, despite what Jeff is saying
I
about
would
you right
not
now.
fare well in prison.
No.
Although I think I would get away with a lot more than most.
Jeff,
because I could
you
make
would
the
be that guy
laugh.
that
I'd,
you'd be
I
that
would really,
you'd be.
nobody wants to beat up the guy that makes you bust a gut.
No, you would be that guy that you're like, I'm gonna go into prison, I'm gonna find the biggest motherfucker I can, and I'm gonna rock his shit. You're gonna like, walk into the lunchroom on your first day.
I'd be the guy doing that thing. Pull your dick out, I want to suck it. Like, oh shit, he's doing it. Fuck!
Like 30
Guard!
30 guys jump 30 guys jump up. Whoa!
Backfired quickly.
I'd like to say this is the first time this has ever happened to me, but boys, you are in luck. I am experienced.
Boys, I got a story for you. Sit around, boys. I'm gonna tell you a story.
Yeah.
I think that would be my biggest defense, my biggest thing. That
Cameron said he's gonna go break into someplace tonight. There you go, Cam.
There you go.
Maybe you could be on What the Fuck News.
There you go. But I think if I ever had to go to prison, that would be my thing. I'd be like, I'm gonna make these fuckers laugh so hard they don't have time to beat me up or rape me.
Right. Well, good luck with that, brother.
He's too funny. Just keep him around as like a mascot or something. or I would do the Steve Zahn thing. Have you seen what's that movie? National Security with Steve Zahn and
I picture you more the guy from what was that movie where he's like Tiger Claw?
Big Stan. No, not Big Stan. It was the new guy.
Yeah, the new guy.
With DJ Quill. No, but
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence and Steve Zahn. Steve Zahn actually goes to prison because of Martin Lawrence. And
Yeah.
the first thing he does is just punch a guard in the face, so they give him solitary. And he comes out, and you see all these guys, because he's a cop, and everybody's just like cracking their knuckles and breaking broom handles. He's like, how much more time do I got? Like, you got another year on your sentence. So he punches the cop again and just walks back into the fucking solitary confinement cell. Closes the door behind him. That'd be me.
Yeah, I could see that being more of a thing that you would do.
Oh, dude, first thing.
What could I do to get thrown in solitaire for the longest time?
Mm-hmm. I don't even want rec time because I could use a nap. Shit. I can talk to myself more than anything.
Right. So,
Like-
anywho,
Yeah.
yeah, from jackasses in Germany driving themselves to their driving test to get their license. Oh, hold on a second. We're going to have technical difficulties from the news desk here. Nothing wants to work. That's fan-fucking-tastic. Nobody likes to do
my
half shit.
screen literally, like, went white for a second and back to normal thing for no reason. I thought
No,
the
this
screen
is on my phone. There we go. I think we're in business now. I think we're back in business. Let's go to our favorite place.
Okay.
Still, Jesus Christ, does he got the COVID?
Jesus.
How's it going? Ed, Lynn? We're just gonna go with Lynn. Happy Thanksgiving to you
Lynn.
too, as well.
Yes, a very happy Thanksgiving.
How you doing? Welcome. Right in the middle of the news. We're going to go to our favorite place. Bob, fire up Nonsensical Nonsense, too. Now that we're back in the States, we're going to be driving around. Edward Lynn. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to screw it up. We're going down.
We butcher names. Fair warning.
butcher the English language, period. Oh, bronchitis. Oh, shit. We're going to our favorite place, Jeffrey.
Okay, we're going to Florida.
There it is. Florida!
Florida.
Tampa, Florida. A Florida family is in trouble with their homeowners association for putting up their Christmas lights too early.
Fuck you.
That's what you get. That's what you get, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Not until after Thanksgiving.
At least after Thanksgiving, and I wait till at least.
But
December
I agree.
1st.
But I agree. Fucking HOA.
But fucking HOA. I'm sorry. If I paid for a house,
Yeah.
I should be able to. If I want to, I'll burn the motherfucker down.
Yeah. Well, the Maffa family. Yeah, the Maffa family hired a company to decorate the yard of their Tampa home on November 6th. Days later, they received a letter notifying them that they now face a fine for violating their HOA agreement. If they don't remove the lights, they could face fines up to $100 a day, up to $1,000. The letter said. Maffa said he has no plans to remove the lights.
Fuck them.
That was their only available.
Go to the bank, get you $1,000 worth of pennies, and go drop it on the fucking desk one at a time. Just there you go, motherfucker. Take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That guy with the pepper thing.
Yeah, the Salt Bay. It's just ting,
fucking
ting, 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 ting.
Count it up, bitch.
Count it.
Oh fuck yeah.
You remember how we used to? You remember in high school how we used to like take like pennies
you
and
flick the
nickels or
penny.
whatever? Yeah, just bam. I'd sit across the office. Yeah,
I'd literally sit there all
right
day
across
with
the
a
office.
wheelbarrow full of fucking pennies. Fuck you.
Well,
I ain't taking my fucking
Maffa
life.
said he has no plans to remove the lights. That was their only availability. And I can't climb up on the roof myself, he told TV station. Adding, he didn't know it was against the rules to put up Christmas lights before Thanksgiving. The holidays and the pandemic, I think the kids are wanting something that's more bright to look at, Maffa said. The attorney for West Chase Community Association said a neighbor complained, Karen, about the display, which led to the community manager, Karen, to investigate it. Jonathan Ellis told WFLA, one of the things they're preventing is from the person that has the holiday lights up all year round, or things along those lines. But they're not up all year round. They just put them up at the beginning of Thanksgiving, or the beginning of November. Ellis said the rules are in place to be followed at November 6th. But they hired a company to come and do it. So a lot of companies are behind right now. They're, when they can get you in, you got to jump on it because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
A lot of these companies.
The pandemic, and plus some of them companies charge an arm and a leg, number one, and they go fucking all out.
Yeah. But it says Ellis, this is the attorney for the HOA, said the rules are in place to be followed, but the board is open to discussing changes. Maffa said, however, that the association hasn't been receptive even after they offered to keep the lights off until Thanksgiving. So they want to keep the decorations off and they'll keep the lights off, but the
Which is a fair trade. I wouldn't turn
HOA is just being kind of asinine about it. But I got two more stories here. Well, Edward Lynn, as far as life questions go, we kind of try to keep it pretty lighthearted on here. We're not super serious like all the other people on Haps who want to make things super serious. We just kind of have fun and keep it lighthearted. There's nothing, not a personal attack on you. It's just kind of how we.
It's rare that we go serious, but when we do, we go serious.
We just like to kind of hang out and have fun. I got two more stories here. These are slightly football related, but not so much that you will glaze over and not understand it.
Okay.
So, Bob, Nonsensical Nonsense 2, take us to Lincoln, Nebraska.
Uh-oh.
Home of the Nebraska Cornhuskers, Big Ten football team, college football. Milton Andrew Munson's obituary recalled his life as an Air Force veteran a pharmacist, husband, father, and as a Nebraska football fan. That was evident in one line in his obit.
Oh,
In lieu of flowers, please place in a responsibly large wager on Nebraska beating Iowa. Munson
nice.
Munson 73 died November 16th. The obit written by Munson's sons ran Thursday in the Hastings Tribune. The Lincoln Journal Star reported it, caught fire on social media, and captured the attention of two radio hosts, Josh Peterson, co-host of the afternoon sports talk on KOZN AM in Omaha, and Jack Mitchell of KLIN AM in Lincoln. They decided to throw in some money and make the bet for the Huskers to pull an upset in Friday night's game in Lincoln. But once word got out, listeners and others pitched in, and the total grew to nearly $5,000.
Wow.
I mentioned it Monday on the air. Peterson said, "We'll talk about it for 4 or 5 minutes." He said, "Here's my Venmo if you want to donate. It's blown up." Munson's son Todd told Peter was on the Petersons show Tuesday and said the family will give some of the money to the big brothers and big sisters, and it will use some to bet on the Cornhuskers to beat the Hawkeyes, who are favored by 1.5 points. Todd Munson, a writer who lives in Los Angeles, said he and his brother had a complicated relationship with their father, who battled bipolar disorder and addiction. But when they had a conversation, it almost always involved the Huskers. Milton Munson's love for the Huskers and gambling had to be part of his story, said Todd's brother Troy, a neurosurgeon in Des Moines, Iowa. Nebraska quarterback Adrian Martinez is out for Friday's game, but Todd Munson wrote on Twitter that the Huskers will be getting some help from the others. If the ghost of my old man can't will the Huskers to victory on Friday, then they truly are a lost cause. Now, mind you, the Huskers are not very good
Has
this
this
year.
game played? Has this game?
No, this game
happened
happens.
already?
This game happens Saturday.
Oh, okay. I
This
might
game
actually
happens
watch a game.
Saturday. So
That's
the
nice.
Huskers are not very good this year, and Iowa is pretty good this year. So I'm gonna be pulling for Nebraska this weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I think that would be
Can't not.
amazing.
After a
It'd
story
be an
like
upset.
that, you can't not.
Yeah, it would be an upset, and then maybe people can maybe the family win a little bit more money, and they can donate more to charity.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's also the man's dying wish. You can't
Yeah,
not
exactly.
go for it.
Hmm?
You know, it's like well, fuck you. I'm gonna,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, of course, my dying wish is that everybody just burn out of my grave.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, dude, I want to hear tires popping from hell.
Oh, I'm not going to allow it. I'm going to be the sensible one. I'm not going to allow it.
You're just come running up, burning me. Hey, what is this?
Well, those of us, we're gonna go ahead and leave Nebraska, and we're gonna take a flight up to West Point, New York.
Okay.
Now, this weekend is in college football. If you're a football fan, it is Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well. Thank you for hanging out for a few minutes.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you. So this is a rivalry week. You got Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, Auburn. I think et cetera, et cetera. But there's one other rivalry game, and it's a big rivalry game that a lot of people don't ever really think about because typically neither one of these teams are any good in college football. But it's one that it's kind of a big deal, and that is the Army-Navy game.
Yeah, this is the game that Dave and I argue about.
Well, Navy done. Army done made themselves look stupid.
That's normal.
West Point cadets attempting to nab the U.S. Naval Academy's mascot ahead of the annual Army-Navy football game ended up grabbing a different goat, according to a report. U.S. Military Academy cadets traveled this weekend to a farm near Annapolis, Maryland, that is the home of Navy mascot Bill, who belongs to a long line of goat mascots with the same name. Cadets gave chase to the spooked goats, and instead of grabbing Bill number 37, they came away with Bill number 34, a one-horned 14-year-old retiree, according to the New York Times. West Point officials would not confirm the details of the incident Tuesday, but they said the animal was returned safely and that they were investigating those responsible. The U.S. military, yes, the U.S. Military Academy and the U.S. Navy Academy are disappointed by the trust that was broken recently between our brothers and sisters in arms. These actions do not reflect each other's academies' core values of dignity and respect. Read a prepared statement attributed by the Superintendent, Lieutenant General Darrell A. Williams, and Vice Administrator, or Admiral, maybe, Sean Buck.
Yeah, he's gonna. Somebody's gonna get in some serious trouble if they find out.
This is the
That's
statement.
The one thing the military doesn't fuck around with, man.
Yeah. Well, this was the prepared statement. Nabbing mascots is a decade-long service. Academy. Whoa, what the hell was I doing?
Yeah.
I just had a stroke.
You were gonna say academia.
No, I wasn't. I just looked at it and had a stroke. As a academy tradition, typically viewed by the perpetrators as a prank, but it has been officially off limits since the early 90s. In 2018, Army officials at West Point apologized after a Falcon belonging to the Air Force Academy was injured during the prank. The actual Army-Navy game is coming up on December 11th.
Yeah, that's a game. That's
my
like the
friends.
main rivalry in the military football games.
Mm-hmm. And that, my friends, is all I have in news for tonight.
That was a good one. Well, like it's Dave was in the Army, I was in the Navy, and it's a thing. It's the one thing that he and I don't agree.
Wait, what the hell did you just say?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I was in the Navy. You didn't know that, did you?
You were in the.
You didn't know that, did you?
When did you go in the Navy?
Right out of high school.
How? What?
I actually was in I was in the Navy when we graduated. I was in what's called the delayed entry program. Basically, I got paid to go to high school for the last 6 months of high school. My job was after I would get done. When I got done at school, I would go to the recruiting office and make phone calls. That was my job in the Navy. And then the day after I graduated, I shipped off to boot camp.
Yeah, I didn't know that either because. So what'd you do? Like 2 years, and then you came back and went to Mexico?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Huh. I didn't know
Well,
that.
the thing with the Navy is I enjoyed the travel. I hated getting yelled at, and I got yelled at a lot. I did more push-ups than Polly Shore.
I believe it.
Yeah, because, the funniest thing ever, you're standing at attention, and drill sergeant is yelling at someone else, and it's not you.
Yeah.
And he's ripping into this motherfucker like he did something stupid. And it's usually something that you wouldn't think about as stupid until you really think about it. And and it's the hardest thing not to fucking laugh when he's calling this guy a fucking moron, even though they're not supposed to single out, but they'll single out anyways. And if you laugh, you're next in line to get yelled at. And I'd be right next to or right behind the guy every fucking time, and I'd start giggling. Because I'm like, it's not me! And I'd lose it. And then next thing I know, like, the next thing I'd hear is, Mr. Hawk, did you find something fucking funny? I'm like, nope, not at all.
Jeff, what was your rate? I didn't know you were a vet. Rate or rank?
I was rank. I was an E3.
Fair enough. I don't even know what any of that means. But
Fireman second class.
But Let's take a real quick. Actually, let me do this time instead of dicking with my phone. We're gonna take a real quick break. We'll come
How's a
back.
mechanic, dude?
I have not one, not one, Jeffrey, but two
Yeah.
top tens for you tonight because they are Thanksgiving related. And when I was looking up one, I seen the other, and I was like, I gotta do these together because they'll be.
Are they from Good Housekeeping again? Because I enjoyed the.
Well, the Good Housekeeping one was good. That asshole. The Good Housekeeping one was good.
The Good Housekeeping
No,
one was awesome.
the
I enjoyed
desserts
the
was
shit out of that
awesome.
one. Yeah.
And
The
speaking
guy that
of
was
the,
talking about cranberry sauce should be higher on the rank. Needs shot.
yeah, yeah. Well, that guy's list was fucking stupid, or that lady's list. I don't know. Either way, I want to punch whoever wrote that list in the face. But we're gonna take a real quick break here, and then when we get back, like I said, I got not one but two top
Yeah.
tens, and I actually have something to say about the top tens and kind of get your opinion. So I'll get your opinion when we come back.
Well, you'll get it
And then
now
we can,
anyways, whether you want it or not.
or I could have just not said anything at all to you and just done whatever I wanted to do. So there's that.
Exactly.
Smart ass. You forget who hosts this show.
Well, at the end of the day, pretty much everything on the top 10 I have something to say about. Because I mean that's what makes the top 10 in the news so good is because we literally play off each other and we go on. I mean, today's news we didn't really go on a major rant, but we did. Go on
Well, today's news wasn't
it wasn't
too
too
overly.
eventful, but it was.
Yeah, I mean it was just
It was interesting.
There's just some fun stories I found, and I mean I have more. Trust me, there was quite a bit. Fortunately,
The good
nothing-
ones
nothing was so-
when we go long.
yeah. King Glick is the host. you can put your life questions in the comments if you would like, Edward. Edward,
Yeah, I was going to.
I wasn't saying you couldn't do that.
We're not saying you can't. It's just we won't. We'll take them as seriously as possible. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. But
I'll make fun of you. Too bad.
well, we might make fun of you, but
Yeah, it depends. Depends on the question.
no. Oh, imagine that we got a ad
Go
before.
figure. Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and grab a real quick break, guys. We'll be right back. Coming back with the top 10 list, and then more bullshit shenanigans and whatever else happens, and we'll end the show when we end the show.
Well, I do want to jump off as not crazy early, but I want to jump off because the new Hawkeye's out. And we're gonna watch as a family tonight.
Oh yeah, I do want to watch that. I seen that was streaming now.
Yeah, I check it out. I'm gonna do it before everybody passes out.
Yeah, shoot me a message, Cameron. Now we'll probably go
Yeah.
maybe just a smidge over 3 hours, if that. I was planning on about 3 hours tonight.
Yeah, I figured as much.
So, but we'll be right back, guys. Enjoy a little Blacktop Mojo with one of their covers. I think we might be deep enough in here that we won't get hit with a muting of our video.
Don't hold your breath.
No, trust me, I don't. I don't ever hold my breath when it comes to Facebook. All right, we will be right back. We got a slow intro. Matt's walking around the streets. He's looking out over the city. Now he's got his guitar. He's walking up to
I think
a
I know this
wall.
song.
He's going to open his guitar. And once he starts singing, you'll know the song instantly. He fucking kills this song. It's a cover. There we go. We'll be right back, guys.
Memories are just where you lay down. Drag the waters till the depths give up their dam. What did you expect to find? Was it something you left behind? Don't you remember Anything I said when I said, don't fall away and leave me to myself. Don't fall away and leave that bleeding in my hands again. And leave that bleeding in my hands. Love lies bleeding. Oh man, now I feel contagious. Am I the only place that you left to go? She cries and life is like some movie black and white. Down like the speaking lines over and over and over again. She cries, don't fall away and leave me to myself. Don't fall away and leave that bleeding in my hands again. And leave that bleeding in my hands. Love lies bleeding. And I watched as you turned away. You don't remember, but I do. You never even tried. Don't fall away and leave me to myself. Don't fall away and leave that bleeding in my hands again. And leave that bleeding in my hands again. And leave that bleeding in my hands again. And leave that bleeding.
All right, and I am back.
Shop Macy's Black
What
Friday specials now.
happened
Like cookware sets for
to Jeffrey? Okay, let's see if we can get Jeffrey back in here. What the fuck? I just did. Hey, Glick, I messaged you, Cameron. I just did. So let me see. Still showing you invited. Let's see if we can get Jeffrey back in here for the top 10, shall we? Apparently he had some issues. I had about 8 different things going on. Excuse me. During that break, I'm trying to. Yeah, he said his app's frozen. I was trying to help a buddy of mine with his fantasy football. As well as doing the live. We'll see if here he is. Hold on a second. He's hanging out backstage. Well, 3, 2, 1. Here comes Jeffrey. We're gonna. You got your backstage pass? Are you allowed back into the VIP area?
I set my headphones down to go fry chicken, and I hit something on the keyboard, and my haps froze. And I got my number lock on, so I tried to message you when I got back on to check your snap, and I set the number lock on. I can't remember how to turn the fucker back off.
You fucking dummy. Well, welcome back.
Yeah, there it is. I turned the number lock off. Yeah, it's because I when I'm working, I use an external keyboard,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got the number pad. So I've turned the number lock on for that, and it messes with the keyboard, and I forgot to turn it off when I disconnected to move upstairs. So yeah, it's shit show. Normal.
It happens.
Yeah. It was like I got a message from the Windows saying you can wait or exit page, and I was like, I hit wait 3 times, and I was like, I sent you a Snapchat real quick. Yeah, I sent you a Snapchat real quick. Hey, fucking something happened with Haps. I had to exit out. So yeah.
Well, as I was saying, I seen you Snapchat me, and I was like, why the hell is he Snapchatting me?
Ouch. It's weird. It was I literally set my headset down when I came back. It said hold.
Yeah.
Why? What's
Hey,
up?
I'll have to tell you when we get off here. I ain't fucking worried about that. You know better than that, Cameron. Cameron just sent me a message about something we were talking about earlier with. Damn you, Jeff! If you don't kill Facebook on your apps.
Yeah, I'll have
If
to
you
do
don't
it
kill
again.
Facebook on your goddamn apps. No, I was saying during the break because you Snapchatted me and I was like, why the hell is he Snapchatting me? And I was still trying to help my buddy from work with his fantasy football because, oof, that's all I gotta say. Oof.
Right?
he needs a running back, and the choices, again, much like watching Chicago and Detroit play tomorrow, you're better off just punching yourself in the dick because his choices are bad.
That's the one thing I don't have to worry about tomorrow. I don't have to figure out what game to watch. I don't watch them.
The game I'm gonna watch is me playing Call of Duty.
I'm actually waiting for Friday, like you read about. I want to get a VPN so bad, just so I can change
you're just
my
waiting. Yeah, you're waiting waiting for Friday because you get paid Friday.
Well, I want to get a VPN because I can actually. I don't know how much you know about a VPN, but you can basically change where your signal.
You can change your
internet
location.
signal- yeah, your location.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I want to switch it over to wherever. I want to watch some fucked up shit. Because from my understanding, there's a lot of shit that I don't get on my Netflix that the States does have, like classic movies. And I'm a classic guy, and so it's like fuck.
You're a fucking douche, is what you are. But
Well, not to
anyways,
mention, on my Netflix, I don't know about you and your Netflix, but my Netflix, there's so many Indian shows. That
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
fucking care.
I get a lot of Indian and Russian, and I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, that looks really good. And I click on it to see the trailer, and I'm like,
Shit.
I don't want to. I want to watch it. I don't want to read a fucking book.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's all subtitled. It's like, at least let me dub in
At least
English.
dub
I don't
it,
even
yeah.
care. Yeah, I don't care if they're even saying it horribly wrong. I don't give a damn if the guy
As long as I
said,
can understand the concept of
yeah,
what's going on, I'm in.
if the guy was like, you raped my wife and murdered my children, and now I'm here to kill you, and then they dub it over with, you took all my
raped my
money and
children.
stole my car. Yeah, you took my
That's the
car, and
reason
now
to
I'm
kick
here
his
to
ass.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I don't care. I just want to watch the fucking movie. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's. Oh, Jeff, I don't have it. Damn it.
Your top 10? Oh, no.
Yeah. No, I was gonna play the.
Oh.
There it is.
Because it's my show, and I do everything, and I have a microphone. So here's my fucking top 10, you stupid pricks.
No, I have my top 10. I was looking for my sounder. So since tomorrow is Thanksgiving, at least for those of us in the States,
Right.
one of the main staples, one of the like, it's not Thanksgiving without the Macy's Day Parade.
Right.
So with that being said, I decided to look up a top 10 list. I love the Macy's Day Parade. It was a tradition. Every Thanksgiving morning, I would get up early with my kids and watch the parade, and it was just something that we enjoyed to do together, which I haven't got to do the last couple of years, but that is what it is. Hopefully one day again I'll get to be able to do that, and I'll do that with them until they're old and have their own kids, and when they have their own kids and the grandbabies are over there, and then we'll get everybody up and we can all watch the parade together, because that's how much I enjoy it.
I don't think I've ever watched the Macy's Day Parade.
Really?
Yeah.
And as a 40-year-old man, I will be watching the Macy's Day Parade tomorrow, and I will get excited at the end of the parade, because we all know the last person who shows up at the end of the parade is the one and only Mr. Santa Claus.
That is true. I do know that.
So I will get
that.
excited. As a 40-year-old man, tomorrow I'll be watching the Macy's Day Parade all alone, but I will get excited when Santa shows up. But with that being said, I decided to do the first of the two. The top 10 Macy's Day Thanksgiving Day Parade balloons. So, coming in at number 10 on this list is, Jesus Christ. Oh, there we go. Is the one and only, the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Hoo-hoo.
He's the king of Thanksgiving. Crust and rolls, it is only right he kicks off this list.
I can be down with that. I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, well, it's Pillsbury Doughboy.
I've always wanted to have a Pillsbury Doughboy plushie, like a stuffed
Yeah.
animal. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Number 9 on the list. Generations of children have loved playing with this toy, and he has been a favorite toy for multiple generations. Mr. Potato Head. And yes, to all you woke snowflakes,
It's Mr.
I said, Mr. Potato Head. Potato Head. Because there's nothing wrong with Mr.
I'm
Potato
sorry.
Head.
And there's
Because
nothing
there is
wrong
a
with
Mrs.
Potato Head. And
They even have kids.
do they really? I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, that's awesome.
It was like Junior Potato Head or something like that. There was kids. Number 8 on the list. This goes way back to the early beginnings. And yes, this is kind of a terrifying float. But this goes way back to the very early beginning of the Macy's Day Parade. One of the first floats was Pinocchio.
What is it, Willie? I
Yep.
would have never guessed that.
And he's number 8.
I would have
And-
guessed Snoopy.
This float goes back to Macy's beginnings. So back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, something like that. I don't know how long the Macy's Day Parade has been around, to be honest with you. 90 years.
Wow.
90, no, this.
You literally sit there going, I don't know, and then you read it, and you're like, oh shit.
So no, actually, this list is actually 5 years old. Regardless, it is what it is. It's still a cool list. 95 years. 95 years.
Oh, wow.
So yes,
Impressive.
in the 20s or
I'll
30s.
I'll watch it in 4 years. 4 or 5 years.
So imagine what a balloon looked like. This is a balloon of Pinocchio, and it's got a normal person's body, and he's like going ah, but then he's got this gigantic fucking baked potato looking nose.
Have you seen the videos of those balloons getting away from the people holding them? Because some of them balloons got like 40, 50 people holding onto them.
Go ahead and pump your brakes on that.
Yeah, okay. I knew that was coming because even on an episode of Friends, Snoopy gets away from the holders.
Number 7 on the list. He's timeless. He's green and larger than life. Mr. Kermit the Frog.
Okay. I seriously thought you were going to say Shrek, though.
No.
Because I don't think of Kermit as large.
He's a balloon. He's a giant
I
fucking
get what you
balloon.
mean by larger than life. But
well, I mean, as a
when you
personality.
think about Kermit the Frog, the dude is like this.
Yeah. but larger than life as a personality, as a persona, as a character. He's
not
he
easy
is
being
larger than
green.
life. It's not easy being green. If my nose wasn't stuffed up, I would embarrass myself because I do one impersonation that I think I do very well, and I think I pull off Kermit the Frog.
Oh man, I'm so pissed. Oh, I'm gonna remember that when you're feeling better. I don't know why, but we're both stuffed up.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I felt great all day today. Then I got home and whatnot. Number 6.
Yeah, go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, you know, when you start a new job, you usually get sick because you're around people you haven't been around. I can't use that as an excuse. I still haven't left my house, so I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me.
Number 6 on the list is America's favorite beagle and a holiday icon
boy.
in his own right.
I love my Snoopy. Snoopy rules.
There he is, Snoopy, the Red Baron.
Hell yes. I still listen to this
Charlie's-
day. I have on my playlist the Snoopy versus the Red Baron.
Charlie Brown's best friend in the whole world. Speaking of Charlie Brown, will he finally kick that football? I tune in every year just to see number 5, Charlie Brown.
Hell yes.
And why he has not drop kicked that little
I
bitch.
would have drowned that bitch by now. I'd be like, you know what? Let's go swimming. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm just playing. Oh shit.
Yep. Number 4
Oh
on
shit,
the list.
Chuck. That's funny. I just thought that she does call him
good.
Chuck a lot. I was like, oh shit, Chuck.
Yeah.
There you go.
Your dad is Pops is stopped
Segue.
up too. Apparently, Pops has got. Oh, show's over. Pops is stuffed up. He's got bronchitis.
Yeah.
Number 4 on the list, and this is actually another impersonation that I can do quite well too. Sometimes. This is an old float going back into the day, and right around probably the time Pops and Joe were kids. The one and only Moose and Squirrel.
Oh yes.
Bullwinkle. Hey Rocky,
Yes.
watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. My father every time. And I could do a Bullwinkle. Number 3 on the
I
list.
sound like Rocky all the time, so it's no big deal.
Yeah. The raccoon? Or the
Yeah,
flying squirrel?
'cause
Rocky's the flying
Yeah,
squirrel.
Yeah, Rocky's the flying squirrel. I can do that because I
Yeah.
sound like that motherfucker because he's got a high pitched voice.
Yeah. Yep, Joe watched him all the time. See, because there's number 3 on the list. Sorry, Hello Kitty fans. He's the best cat in the parade. He hates Mondays and loves his lasagna. The one and only
Fucking
Garfield.
I do love Garfield.
Yes.
I don't know
Hates
what
normal.
Garfield-
Mails her to
Garfield-
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I literally. I don't know about you. I've always been a huge fan of Garfield. You know,
I love
Had
Garfield.
the stuffies that stick on your
Yep.
window of the car.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the Garfield's time. I
the
love
Garfield
Garfield.
movie. The Garfield movie made me want to shoot myself.
It wasn't that bad. It was cute for what it was.
Yeah, it was aimed.
You remember the
kids.
Garfield cartoon?
Oh yes.
That was on like
My
Saturday
kids still
mornings when we
watch
were a
it.
kid.
It's
Yeah, that
on.
was-
It's
oh,
on
I was-
Disney. It's on YouTube. My kids watch it on YouTube.
I would have to see if I can find the original because I did remake it a few years back and it was
Yeah.
not as good. The original Garfield cartoon was really good. Number 2 on the list. I'm kind of hurt that he's not number 1.
Uh-oh.
He's not a balloon, but I don't want to be on the naughty list. And number 2 is Santa. It's more of a
Okay,
float,
okay.
but you know they gave Santa the number 2 spot.
So who got number 1?
Number 1. I hear it now. He's not a balloon either. How could he beat Santa? Easy. It's the Thanksgiving Day parade, and it's Tom the Turkey.
Okay, because it's Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah.
It's not the Christmas parade, so I get that. But
Yeah, the
you know,
cartoons, the Sunday paper, the books. Remember, Joe, I don't know if you remember, but I think Jackie and I used to get the Garfield comic books from the library all the time.
well,
I know I did. I loved
I used to get the Calvin Hobbes books too.
Oh, yeah, Calvin and Hobbes was good, too.
That's my second favorite cat.
Yeah.
All of the cats
Now-
are just speed bumps.
Now, I got to fry some chicken real quick, and these are not in any particular order, this next top 10 list. But I got another top 10 list for you, buddy.
No, it's. I'll go ahead and ramble real quick, but Joe, my dad used to get the paper, and I would say the same thing. I'm sure all kids did this. Like, give me the comics. I love the comics. Like, I even like that Kathy chick. And that chick hated everything. But I was like, I'm down with Kathy. I'll run Kathy. But my favorite is Family Circus. I love that shit. That cracks me up. Calvin Hobbes and Family Circus. Because there was just one frame, and it was like the Far Side. They never had Far Side in the comics, in the newspaper, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Now,
Far Side.
yeah. As a grown-ass adult, one of the first things I did when I moved out, our senior year, when I moved into my own apartment,
Right.
was get a subscription to the Columbus Dispatch.
So you can read the comics.
And I got it 7 days a week. I read two pages in the Columbus Dispatch. I read the sports page,
Yeah.
and I read the comics. And on
my
Sundays
parents-
it was
my
the
parents
best
used to
because
get
you
the
got
Mansfield News Journal.
because Sundays. Yeah, on Sundays you got the. I remember the Oh yeah.
Colored comics. They'd be all in color.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it.
They'd be in color. They'd be in longer. You had like
Yeah.
4 pages of comics. Well,
Our
my
kids
next
don't
top-
get that. Like, I would love
Yeah.
to. Like, I don't know if you've seen the YouTube videos of kids trying to use a rotary phone.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's the same thing with comics.
It blows their fucking
love,
minds.
I'd love to sit my kids down and go, "This is how we got the news," because I watch the news every day on YouTube and stuff from like the day before, and my kids are like, "Are you watching your news?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And I want to bring home a paper one day, and be like, "This is how we used to get the news. This is why Dad's more informed now than he used to be."
Yeah. Right.
I digress.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of cool getting the paper. I mean, even though I only read a couple sections out of the paper, but
Yeah, but it makes you feel like an adult. It's one of those things. Like, one of the first things I got when I moved in my first apartment was get order the newspaper. I usually just line the bathroom with it for the dog, but whatever.
well, there's that.
Yeah, that was the best part about having it.
But my second top 10,
Okay.
like I said, this is not in any particular order,
Okay.
but you can't have the top 10 Macy's Day balloons of all time without including the 10 all-time Macy's Day Thanksgiving parade fails.
Nice.
And again, this is in no particular
It's just random order.
order. This is a list of 10 of their most epic fails. I'm going to go ahead and list
like
them from
somebody's
10
opinion.
through 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to go 10 through 1. This comes from Yahoo Entertainment, so it's not
Okay.
like it's some schlub who writes an article
Yeah.
and thinks he's important on his blog. Like that
As
Alex
long as
prick.
3 people leave. 3 people read them.
I wouldn't make fun of not having many viewers or listeners or readers.
No,
okay,
I
buddy?
get that, but at least we have people that comment.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna say 10 through 1. It's not in any particular order. You can feel free to rate them however you guys would like. But number 10 is Cat in the Hat balloon hits a lamppost and injures a woman. In 1997, the Cat in the Hat balloon hit and broke a lamppost. A rogue piece of the metal fixture flew and hit a woman in the head, fracturing her skull. New York Post reported at the time she spent a month in a coma and later sued Macy's. How much do you think she sued Macy's for in damages?
$100,000 minimum.
You are. Let's raise the bar a lot higher.
Really?
She sued
Okay,
Macy's for
wait,
300.
wait. I was gonna say, well, now that you kind of gave it away, but my question was
What were you-
like, did she win the lawsuit?
I don't know if she won the lawsuit or not.
Okay.
It just said that she sued Macy's for $395 million
What?
in damages.
Yeah,
I'm
she
sure
said a lot of
Macy's
court.
said-
I guarantee you, they're like,
I'm
look,
sure
here's 20
Macy's.
grand,
She
shut the
still
fuck
got.
up.
No, I would be willing to bet she still got several millions of dollars, and I mean several millions of dollars. But she didn't get 400 million.
No, that's a
But
odd
either way.
number though. I wonder where she got that number.
Yeah, she had some lawyer that said, "Hey, we're going to throw this out there, and they'll settle for 150 million out of court."
Exactly.
And she's like,
yeah, I think
"What?"
that's what it was. She's like, whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna
that
hit him with-
Her lawyer was
we're
like,
gonna
we'll
hit
throw
him
something
with-
at the wall and see if it sticks.
Yeah, we'll hit them with 395, and Macy said we'll give you 200 million, and they're like, and she's like, okay. And Macy's
All right,
like, wait, what?
Macy's like, really?
I mean, she's
Okay.
like, yeah, fair
How much
enough,
is
200
Macy's
million.
worth though?
I don't know. I didn't know you were gonna. Let's find out.
I was
I
gonna say,
didn't know you were
'cause-
gonna ask me these.
I mean, if I think, I'm sure they are worth more.
How
than
much
that,
is
but
Macy's worth?
It's not
Macy's'
something I would.
market cap is $9,950 million.
Wow.
I feel like they're worth more than $9 million. Well, that's their market cap.
9 billion.
Did she say billion? I thought she said
It
million.
said billion.
Their shares are at $32.14 a share,
That's not terrible.
but it's also dropped 4.5% today.
Now's the day to buy. Tomorrow it'll jump.
Mm-hmm.
I predict it'll jump at least by 3 points by tomorrow.
Oh no! As
five.
of November 23rd, 2021, Macy's is valued at $10.42 billion.
Yeah, so they can afford it. I would have never guessed that number.
So
was
400.
that high.
So 400 million is a scratch in the ass.
Yeah, they're like, chicken feed, take it.
Yeah. Number 9 on this list, going way back in the day, even before Pops was born. Not necessarily your Pops, because your Pops was probably like 23 at this time. But in 1957, Popeye the Sailor Man's hat collected so much rainwater that it filled up and welled. It had to go somewhere, so it dumped onto unsuspecting parade goers beneath it.
Can you imagine? Like, yeah.
You're like, yeah, like, oh man, the parade is awesome. Look, there's Popeye. Oh,
Well,
this
I
is
mean,
oh,
it's obviously
son of a-
raining. It's obviously raining, so I'm sure these people had umbrellas or ponchos or something. But still, there's a lot of fucking water.
Yeah, but your umbrella and poncho is not catching all that water.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, and that much water. I mean, have you ever stood underneath a waterfall? It hits like a fucking ton of bricks.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite years of years, too.
Yeah. Number 8. Number 8. The Uncle Sam.
Enthralled.
Yeah. Well, no, I was Summer's messaging me, and then I got a buddy from work messaging me, and the Uncle number 8, the Uncle Sam and Spider-Man incident of 2012. Who could forget this hilariously awkward and not suitable for something? NSFC?
Not safe for viewing? FC.
FC.
Not suitable for children.
I think you're right. Because
Pretty sure I am.
This is what happened between Spidey and Uncle Sam in 2012.
Somebody got it up the butt.
The night before the parade, that's when they inflate the balloons and get them ready for the next day's festivities.
Right.
These two balloon pals shimmied together, and somehow Spider-Man's face accidentally got up close and personal with Uncle Sam's butthole. And it wasn't what it looked like. But it did look like that. Fucking Spider-Man was tossing Uncle Sam's salad is what Spider-Man was doing. Yeah.
Well, have you ever seen that show Modern Family?
Yeah.
Well, the two gay guys have two giant stuffed animals on top of their roof of their Prius, and their daughter's in the back, and one of them's talking to somebody, telling them that they're normal people and everything. We're really tranquil people, and the other dad is sitting there tapping the brakes, hitting the gas, and it literally looks like the two stuffed animals are humping the shit out of each other. That kind of concept. But yeah,
he was born in 57. You're older than Pops, Joe? I thought you were younger than Pops.
When was Pops born?
58.
Yeah, my dad's way older than you guys, because my dad used to drive a 57 Chevy it was a hand-me-down.
Like I said, your dad was 23 in 57.
It would not surprise me.
Well, and this number, what the fuck number am I on?
7?
Yeah, 7. Yeah. This is the only balloon that makes the list twice. Makes a double appearance.
Makes both lists
on the two for.
Oh,
yeah, double appearance
both
on the
lists,
two for
okay.
tonight. Yes, sir. Kermit the Frog. This one gives new meaning to the phrase, "It's not easy being green."
no.
Hovering 6 stories high and 24 feet wide at his best, in 1985, the Kermit balloon suffered a rip in his belly region and began to deflate, causing him to sink down dangerously to the crowd. The people holding on to his...
suffocate underneath one of the damn balloons.
Yeah. And so, poor Kermit. Kermit is the only one to make it on the list twice. Number 6. This is a favorite of you and I.
Okay.
Also in 1985, in the same parade, this was not a good day for the Macy's Day Parade. The Superman balloon suffered a loss of a limb. One of the balloon's arms ripped off, causing the remainder of the severed appendage to dangle loosely, its frayed edges blowing in the wind.
I just looked up my dad's birth year. And I was going to say this is a joke. I was going to say 49, but it's actually 48.
Oh my god.
I was going to be like, oh yeah, he was born in 49, but it's actually 48.
Yeah. Holy crap.
I literally sent my mom a message. I was like, hey, what year was Dad born? And then I was like, oh yeah, he's on Facebook. Which is an odd concept for me, because my dad can't even turn on his phone half the time.
You know what, it happens. All these fucking numbers thrown around.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Coming in number 5, Macy's Epic Fails. Sonic the Hedgehog injures an off-duty cop. According to the New York Times, in 1993, the Sonic the Hedgehog balloon hit a lamppost at West 58th Street and Broadway. A piece of the lamppost fell and landed on an off-duty Suffolk County police captain.
Suffolk.
Whatever. Suffolk. Joseph D. Kistinger, breaking his shoulder.
Did he sue?
You got off a whole hell of a lot better than the lady who ended up in a fucking coma. Granted, she's also got like $200, $300, $400 million.
She's got plenty of money. Well,
yeah.
It seems that this is a common theme for this.
Well,
lampposts. you would think they'd be like, hey, it's 2021. Maybe we should take these fuckers out for the day. I'm sure that's
Yeah,
probably
right.
or make them or
Yeah.
make new ones that are collapsible or something.
Or yeah, make shorter lampposts.
Yeah,
Something, I don't know.
or get some bigger strings.
Well,
I mean, they hover
you know,
they hover pretty high off the ground if memory
Yeah.
serves.
Well, I mean, Kermit was 24 stories high.
That's huge.
So most of the floats are in that general area, if not higher. Well, in 1993, Rex the dinosaur's nose caught a traffic light and ripped it open. But in case you were wondering, no, this is not Rex the dinosaur from Toy Story. He didn't make his Macy's Day Parade debut for another 2 years. This Rex, who is reddish orange color rather than green, is from the 1993 animated film We're Back, A Dinosaur Story.
Yeah,
This
I was gonna say, it's
motherfucker
the
popped.
Littlefoot and all
Like,
that
it
shit.
ripped his face off, and he popped.
Well, they don't pop, they because
No, he
they're
popped.
made of. Oh, did he? Well, no, not
Yeah, he
pop like
popped.
you think a balloon pops, though.
Yeah, like a balloon popped. He popped. I actually watched
Like
the video on
shattered?
this. I watched the.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at the videos of some of these. He popped. Like when it ripped, it didn't like explode, but he
He shot out a shit ton of air, right? Well, it's because
Yeah.
these are made out of like heavy duty. They're not made out of rubber like a balloon. They're made out of like almost like a tarp that you would put over your truck or something.
well, it's like a rubber plastic material.
Yeah,
You gotta be able to
like
inflate
bouncy
it
house
and have all
style, like a bouncy house style. You know,
that.
they're not
Probably not.
they're
Some, not probably not some of these. You have to remember some of these fuckers. This was 93.
Yeah, but 93 is not that long.
Popeye was 1957. The newest one on here has been Spider-Man eating Uncle Sam's ass.
Which I'm sorry, I'd like to see that.
And that was in 2012. I mean, you got the Cat in the Hat in 97, Popeye in 57, Spider-Man Uncle Sam ass eating incident was 2012, Kermit was 85, Superman was 85, Sonic was 93, Rex was 93 again. 93 and 85 were not good years.
Well, I mean, I saw a video about a balloon getting away from people, and it was like
Oh yeah.
literally guys.
There was
hanging on the string,
those-
and he just really refused to let go, and it lifted him like 2 stories off the ground before they were able to get it. Under
There was a
control.
list. There was a whole list for those ones that
Oh,
got
yeah.
away with high winds and stuff like that. Number 3 on the list.
Okay.
Yet another dinosaur in trouble. This time it was in '94 when Barney suffered a critical hit from a lamppost, tearing his side and deflating him. Another one bites
Once again,
the dust.
common denominator is the fucking lampposts.
Yes. Oh wait, number 2. The M&M's balloons, the red and
Oh, yeah,
yellow
yeah.
M&M's, who become synonymous and famous with the ads.
Yep.
M&M balloons collide with the streetlight. In 2005, yet another collision occurred, this time with a streetlight and an M&M balloon. Part of the streetlight broke and fell, injuring 2 sisters.
How much did they get? Because that lady set a precedent.
I would be curious to know what the off-duty cop and the 2 sisters got. And number 1 on
Right.
this list, well, not necessarily number 1, but number 1 as I listed them. You guys can rank them
Right.
however you want. In 2006, yet another lamppost
Common denominator.
once again had the last laugh when it came face to face with Nickelodeon's beloved undersea dweller SpongeBob. Though he is porous in theory, his balloon form is sadly not immune to being punctured. So, a top 10 list. 8 of the 10 incidents, epic fails, as they said,
Lampposts.
were
got a fried chicken.
lamppost or streetlights related. The other
Cheers.
2 was the rain coming down and filling Popeye's head, and the other one was Spidey eating Uncle Sam's ass, eating that booty like groceries. So, there you have it, folks. I hope the twofer was worth it. I couldn't resist. It was one of those things where you couldn't have one without the other at the end of the day because they just, they go so well together. And tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so I wanted to wrap up my Thanksgiving list. As if you guys haven't noticed, there's kind of a theme in my top 10 list. So, so starting Saturday, we're gonna wait until December. Next week we'll do some Christmas themed top 10. So the only thing about Christmas is that I can have fun with Christmas and not necessarily stick with the run of the mill, like, oh, your favorite Christmas decoration, your favorite Christmas present, blah, blah, blah. We can do movies and so much with Christmas. So I was just saying that there's usually a theme with my top 10s. And last month we had Halloween. This month we did Thanksgiving for pretty much all my top 10s.
Yeah. Well,
And now we get to roll into Christmas. And obviously, the obvious is, we're obviously going to have top 10 Christmas movies of all time.
Right.
Obviously, like top 10 most wanted toys at Christmas time. Tickle Me Elmo's going to be on there.
Oh my God, I remember.
Gaming systems will be on there. This, that, and the other thing. And then we'll see what else kind of fun I can have with Christmas. But speaking of top 10s and speaking of doing top 10s, Cameron asked me today, or yesterday, I think it was yesterday, if he could possibly come on and do top 10s.
Right.
And I told him, I said, I got to bring it up to Jeff and we can talk about it. I said, but you can't don't come lame because I've already fired Jeff.
Yeah.
I've already fired Jeff and I already fired Pops. Yeah. I didn't, Pops is on a, what is
Wi-Fi
that?
sucks balls.
Pops is on a sabbatical. He's trying to find himself.
He read Eat, Pray, Love. He read that book, Eat, Pray, Love, and just went to India.
Yeah. So I think I've probably, not to brag or anything like that, and pat myself on the back and stroke my ego off. But I think I've done pretty well.
The only fail you've had was that one.
That was a fail. That was a fail. But that was an intentional fail.
That wasn't.
No, that was an intentional fail because I looked at that list and I read that list and I got mad at that list and I was angry at that list and I was like, I'm not going to be the only person who's fucking angry at this list, so I'm going to make everybody else be angry too. So it wasn't like I was like, top 10 sports watched in America. Number 1, 2, and 3: cricket, tennis, and golf. Number 10. Football.
Football. That was a good list, though. It brought up a good conversation. That's the.
That was a terrible list. That was a terrible list, and that was
It brought
why
up
you
a
got
good
fucking
conversation.
fired. You got fired. That was a terrible list, and if we were closer, I would stone you like we were in the biblical stages.
Did I really get fired, or did I just not want to do the top 10s? Yeah.
No, I fired you. And if we lived in biblical times, I would stone you to death. I would have stoned you to death. That list was blasphemy. Well, it's not like you have many responsibilities. You don't have your responsibility on here is to turn your fucking camera on and show up on time.
Hey,
I just give you your show and movie just because it gives you something to talk about. 'Cause typically those are bad too. But as I was saying, I couldn't do one list without the other tonight. They were both so good, and they both popped up. When I looked up,
it's kind of like peanut butter and jam. You gotta have the two
What
together.
when I looked it up, I looked up top 10 best Macy's Day floats, and it was like best floats, fail floats, or best floats, fails, best floats, and that's how it went everywhere as you scrolled.
Right, so it's
like, all right,
like picking your favorite child. It's
Yeah, it was like, all right, both. I gotta find a good list, and I actually looked at lists. Like one had number one. They had Pikachu as the number one best fucking Macy's float of all time. And I was like, I don't know who wrote this, but they deserve to die too, because
that's the hill I will die on. That I cannot stand the anime.
You are. I'm frying chicken real quick. You
Yeah.
die on a lot of hills, Jeff.
No, but I'm sorry. I find it fucking boring as shit. My
Well, I don't think you're gonna die on
my
that
wife
hill
loves
alone, man.
anime and Pokemon and Dragon Ball and all, and I'm like, ugh. Isn't there anything else on? Anything. I will watch all the Home Alones and all the bad sequels to any fucking series. Just don't make me watch that shit.
Yeah. I don't think that's a hill you're gonna die alone though. On there, brother. I think there's a lot of people that are gonna get up on that hill, and more than likely, we're not gonna die. So I think you're good. Just
I mean,
because
I get the concept of like you like something so much, but I don't understand how many people can like that. Granted, I've only seen it in Spanish, so it's okay.
you watch Japanese anime that's typically in Japanese or whatever, and they dub
Well,
it for
it's
English
dubbed.
and Spanish.
Yeah. Well, it's because my wife grew up on it. Is her excuse, and my thing every time I say is that's not an excuse. That's just bad taste. Oh, my nose is fucking killing me.
Oh, I should have brought this up in the beginning part of the show when we were just rambling bullshit. You see that post? Did you see Summer's post yesterday?
I saw it today. I actually commented on it.
Yeah.
About the Chris and I are done. He's left me or whatever. And I literally put up a picture of, I put up a gif of Grogu. And then wrote underneath it, drama, drama, drama. And I was like, and the gif says, sitting back and watching the drama unfold.
Well, it was funny because I had no idea she was doing that. Like, it wasn't planned at all.
No, the gif
and what
you
had
put
happened
up
was
of the dude, I lost it.
yeah. The thing was, she dyed her hair yesterday.
Okay.
And she dyed it black. And I told her because she's got some pictures where she had black hair, and it does not look good. She does not look good with black hair. And I told her, I was like, if you ever dye your hair black again, I'm breaking up with you.
I see.
And I'm going to hit you in the face with a brick.
It was like that TikTok trend. Where it's like, so my wife told me today she doesn't love me. And she's like, I didn't say that. I said you couldn't buy rims for the truck. What's the difference?
Kimba, no way. I don't know if is that anime, Joe? I don't know. But
Ball, I've never heard of it. The White Lion.
But
those names are so stupid too.
Like we didn't talk about that shit or anything. She just posted it, and I was like, at first I was like, what the fuck? And then I just like, all right, I'm gonna play along. And we were Snapchatting, and she's like, people like I guess her people were obviously seeing what was happening in the comments, but I guess she was getting messages and people were losing their shit. And she's like, and the fact that you just played
you guys
along
are the
was
Ross
so
and Rachel
perfect.
on fucking Facebook.
Yeah. We really are we really are on TikTok. That's the thing. Like on TikTok and like her family, like we're that couple. You know what I mean? And we always have been. So it's like. She's like, and you played along. I was like, do you expect anything less from me? No. But I did tell her, I was like, stop making me out to be the fucking bad guy. Like, she posted that picture of her hair and the way it looked.
I haven't seen the picture of her hair.
And, like, she said something about, I was like, but stop making me out to be a dickhead because at the end of the day, I was...
You end up coming off like a douche a lot of times on her post.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, I was trying to be the encourage. I was like, don't worry, it looks bad now. After a couple of days, after you wash it, after it dries.
She did this thinking it looks good, and you're like, it'll be fine.
No.
Once it grows out.
No. She didn't mean to go. She didn't mean to go black. She was trying to go brown.
Oh, okay.
And it turned out black. I was like, she was in panic mode. She was freaking out, and I was like, don't worry about it. Like, Parker was in panic mode, too. He called me. And he was like, Dad, Mom didn't mean to, because he was like, he told his friend that, because his friend was like, you should dye your hair black. And Parker was like, Mom can't dye her hair black because if she does, my dad's gonna break up with her. But like he called me on his own, and it was like trying to stick up for her and everything. It was adorable. I mean, it was adorable because
He's like, don't leave.
He's doing the right thing. He's sticking up for his mom, and that's what he should do. And it was really cute, but I was, like she was in panic mode. She was freaking the hell out. So I was like, don't worry, it doesn't look that bad. After a couple days, it'll lighten up once you wash it a few times. Like, I'm being a good supportive.
You look like a skunk. And
yeah, like I was trying to be a good supportive fiance,
guy,
and I was encouraging her. I wasn't being mean. I wasn't making fun of her, which I could have. Anything like that. And then she makes a post. She's like, oh, this is my hair. And even though Chris thinks that I'm ugly and he hates me, and I'm like, why you gotta make me out to be a dick?
I literally haven't been on Facebook all week. I jumped on it today for all of like 5 minutes. I saw that and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Like,
I feel like
I read the post she put where there was no picture or nothing. It was just what she wrote. It was like.
But I was even putting in the comments. I was even putting in the comments to people that were commenting on it. I was like, she made her decision when she did what she did.
She made her bed. She's gonna have to lie in it by herself.
I tried to be a good guy and told her I could forgive her and work this out. She just was not having it. And people are like, "Are you? Well, I need to know what's going on right now. What
Just
the
hill
hell?
you die on, Chris."
This is the hill I die. I didn't say, and that was the funny thing. Is neither one of us were saying anything about the fact that she had messed up her hair when she was trying to dye. So it was
like there was no context. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it was as vague as could possibly be. That's what makes Summer and I so great together. We're the greatest tag team of all time because we don't have to talk about things.
The funny is, I was reading it and I started reading the comments. I was like, I know this is a fucking joke somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's just like the day my kid attacked your village on that fucking game that I didn't even know was on my phone. And you were like, you motherfucker. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? And
Speaking of, tell Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
Tell Kevin and or Michelle. Yeah, tell whoever was playing it today, I'm kicking their ass. When I meet them, I'm much like you, they're getting kicked in the...
Just right in the...
Yeah. Oh, Kevin, you were playing here, kicking the dick. Oh, Michelle, sorry, kicking you in the twat.
Well, the funny thing is, like, I leave my phone set right next to my laptop while I'm working. Because at any time, I might get, my wife messages me throughout the day about, hey, don't forget, it's noon already. Get off the computer a little bit and make something to eat. Oh, shit. Because I don't look at the clock. I love my job so much. I'll work 12 hours and not even realize it. And so she'll send me a reminder, be like, hey, it's noon's coming up. Make some lunch. Oh, yeah. And I look over and I'm like, I haven't gotten a message from Tanya in a while. And I look around and I'm like, where the fuck's my phone? And Kevin's over on the fucking couch. Playing some fucking game. I was like, God damn it, give me my phone.
Yeah, he was playing fucking.
Well, and he puts headphones in. My wife gave him her old headphones because she got new ones. And he had his headphones in, so he couldn't hear. I couldn't hear him. Yeah. So I'm just rocking out my work, typing out, calling people. And I looked around going, I literally had to type down a phone number. And the place I was going, I normally put it down, I couldn't find. I had 40 fucking windows open at once. And I was like, where's my phone? Where's my phone? And I looked over and Kevin's playing on my phone. So, yeah.
You need this, Dad?
Yeah, I'm like, give me my phone.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Nah, so that whole little Facebook scenario, it was funny. It was... And all these old women were like, we're going to have to beat Chris up. I was like, I'm not even the bad guy in the situation.
I didn't do anything wrong. This is just the hill I'm going to die on.
Yeah. I kept trying to defend myself, yet still be like, it is what it is. Yeah.
Custard's last stand here.
Yeah.
I forget
Well,
what it
her
was, but
sisters.
that
her-
phrase, "the hill I'm gonna die on" thing, is literally leaking into everyday life for me too.
It
Because
is. It is. Yeah. It is.
It-
It is for me too.
it's
It is for me too.
it's
Because
it's
I've
almost
used
like
it a
a
couple
words are
times.
hard thing,
Yeah.
and
It's
like,
it's kind of leaked in at work where somebody will start talking about something. And I'm like, yeah, this is the hill you're gonna die on, and they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, you know what? You heard what I said. And they're like, yeah, actually, I am. What the fuck?
sorry, the kids were giving me a kiss goodnight because it's time for them to go to bed. But
Go to bed.
Tanya and I were arguing about something, and it was a trivial thing, and I was like, "Really, this is the hill you're gonna die on?" Oh, let me get you here, and I started googling shit, and I was like, "Let me fact check you on that." And she's like, "Don't you fucking dare!" And I was like, bringing up the Google assistant.
Let me show you what I learned from Glick.
Yeah, exactly.
Here comes the
I
fact
was
check.
I finally get to use this on somebody. I don't even remember what the fuck it was. And she's like,
It's hard to it's hard to use it on somebody who's always right, like myself.
well, that's the thing is like when usually 90% of the time.
See,
when it
instead
comes
of
to my
instead
wife,
of
my
being
wife is way smarter than me. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just a given. I mean,
well,
it-
and
it's-
as
that's something to
a
Barlow.
dumb as a dumb person, I have learned, and instead of being so confident and sure about things, like, good night, Joe. Like you
night,
are,
Joe.
like you said with the whole Mexico thing, you're like, Mexico's the third largest city in the world, and you were so sure and you were so dead set on it, and then I said something about
because every day or
Yeah.
at least once a month for the past 20 years I've heard the same fucking thing.
yeah,
Mexico
But-
City's the biggest city in the world. Oh my god.
but much like where I said, something about Columbus being one of the largest cities in the United States. I was like, they say that Columbus is one of the largest cities in the United States.
I think that's a territorial
I don't-
thing. You want.
I don't
it's
believe
like
it.
a
Yeah,
pride
I
thing.
don't believe it, but that's what they say. I didn't come that like I wasn't so sure in the fact that, God damn it, Columbus is the third largest city in the United States of America.
What I've wondered ever since I'm like 5, who is they? I want to find they and beat the
They-
shit out of them because they're always getting me
They
in trouble.
run in the same group of I don't know and it wasn't me. They're all friends.
Yeah, exactly. All of them need to fucking die because they're always getting.
Yeah.
One of them's getting me pissed off or in trouble or something.
So instead of coming so confident and sure of yourself about things that you don't really have any fucking idea what you're talking
dude,
about,
I
you
literally-
just put it on
okay,
they.
My one thing, besides cars, my one thing is movies because I'm such a fucking movie buff that
You are a genre buff.
yeah,
You
well,
have
no,
genres
but-
that you are buff.
Yeah, genre. Yeah, we'll say.
And
Genre.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
And it's like, I got in an argument with a friend of mine. We were talking about the Willy Wonka movies.
Terrible.
and-
Why would anybody
and-
argue about either one of
No,
those
but
movies?
but the argument was that the first one is called what, Chris?
The first with Gene Wilder,
Yeah.
isn't it called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or is it just Willy Wonka?
Right. It's actually called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. But my friend was arguing with me that it was Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. I'm like, no, that's the one. With
No, that's the
Johnny Depp.
second one. Yeah, that's the
Right.
Johnny Depp one.
And we got into an argument. I mean, this argument lasted 3 days. Yet both of us had fucking DVDs within 10 feet from us.
Oh, thank you, Faba. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, because the original one, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, because I've seen both movies and I don't like either one of them. But the original one, with Gene Wilder, much better than the Johnny Depp one,
Way better.
was more about Willy Wonka
Right.
and his factory,
Well,
right?
with
Where the second one was more about Charlie and his family.
Well, they're both basically follow the same storyline because you don't see Gene Wilder until they show up at the chocolate factory.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like I don't know. Like that's just my stupid opinion. And like I said, I don't like
The
either
one
movie.
thing-
But it seemed
the one
like
thing I
it
have
seemed like
to say bad about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the first one, is fuck Grandpa Joe. Because
Isn't that the old dude that just lays around and doesn't?
he
do
laid
anything?
around, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, we're gonna go to the chocolate factory," and then he dances around the room like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like this motherfucker, this mother works her ass off to the bone to bring home fucking soup, and this motherfucker's lying in bed all the time, and then all of a sudden he's got all this energy. Fuck him.
Yeah. But no, it just seemed like from when I seen him, it was like the original Gene Wilder was more about Willy Wonka and the factory, even though
What's
you didn't
up,
see him until
Tony?
they showed up there. But then the second one was more about Charlie. Like the focal point was
Well,
Charlie.
no, but the thing is though, you see a lot.
I'll deal with
of,
you later. Shut the hell up and sit down.
No, but
I think
when
I
you
said that
think
right.
about it,
I think I said that right, Tony.
the-
Happy belated
the,
fucking birthday, dude.
oh, happy birthday, Tony.
I think yesterday was Tony's
The
birthday. He's
second
like
one,
75
the second
now.
one is more about Willy Wonka because you see a lot of backstory. You see about his dad
Oh, really?
and how because there's a whole thing that his dad was a
Thank
dentist
you,
and he
motherfucker.
ran away from home and
Why are
all
you
this shit.
surprised?
You see him picking up the Oompa Loompas. So
Oh, yeah, because they did show him stealing the Oompa Loompas and
meeting
forcing them
Oompa
into
Loompas
slavery.
anyways. Yeah,
49, 75, same thing. You're still the oldest Haps whore on Haps.
yeah, you are. And I
Hey.
swear to God, if I turn on my phone one day and it doesn't say Tony D's gone live, I'm gonna think you're dead.
I'm going to Georgia is where I'm going. If I don't get at least one notification
Somebody's
that
taking
Tony
over
D
this
was
fucking
live.
account, damn it.
Yeah. If I didn't get one notification that Tony D went live one day, my ass is going to Warren, Georgia. I guarantee you that. I'm checking on him. I'm doing a wellness
You're gonna
check.
do it. You're gonna do it, Tony D, and call me and be like, "Hey, is Tony D still alive?"
Yeah, I'm calling Brian. I'm calling Mike. I'm calling everybody. I'm showing up with a case of beer, kicking you. Tony, are you alive? And you're like, yeah, I was just taking a nap. Damn.
Well, let's go live.
my
and
day
start
off.
drinking, motherfucker.
All right, I was just checking on you. I got beer.
But
I brought you
yeah,
some steak done right, medium rare with no A1 sauce.
No. I'm sorry, medium rare.
Crown
Light a
Peach
match
is.
on.
Ooh, okay. I can get down. I'll bring you a bottle of Crown Peach as long as I can bring me a bottle of Crown Apple.
There you go.
Look. You want to talk about somebody dying on a fucking hill? Tony will die on this fucking well done steak hill, man.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I have to go with the Woody Harrelson analogy.
Yep.
Wipe its, knock its horns
cowboy
off,
way?
wipe its nasty ash, and chunk it down here on the plate. I want that fucker to moo when I cut into it.
Oh, you want to talk about somebody dying on a hill? There'd be 20 of us in a room all screaming about a medium rare steak, and Tony's like, nope, well done. With ketchup.
At the very most, light a match under it for 30 seconds.
Ugh.
I'm ready to eat. I want it to
He was-
bleed everything.
He was clearly dropped on his head as a child. He's also a Jets fan, so.
Yeah, well,
Plenty of apple down. Yeah, man, I love me some Crown Apple with Gatorade. That's my shit.
oh no.
Jesus.
I want that fucker
I don't
to
want-
sit there and go, really? Why me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to look at me with confusion while I
When we went out for my bachelor party, we went to, not that you know who this is. After y'all buried me a couple weekends ago, Tony? No. Look, we went to Eddie George's restaurant down on campus. Eddie George was a running back for the Ohio State Buckeyes. He was the man. Dude was awesome. And then he also played in the NFL, and he was an absolute monster. Well, when he retired from the NFL, he opened up a restaurant, a steakhouse.
Okay.
And we went there for my bachelor party, you know, all my groomsmen and a bunch of my buddies, and I ordered my steak, and I said, hey, medium rare, the bloodier the better. One of my buddies was sitting there, and he's like, I'm gonna throw up. I swear to God, I'm gonna throw up watching him eat this. And then one of the other guys that was there, he was like, hey, you think you can just bring the cow to the back of the back door and let Glick just go out there and take a bite off of it?
Oh, fucking A, dude. I'm ready.
Like, oh yeah, that's even better. Can you do that?
Medium rare is about as far as I go.
Yeah.
I damn never want my shit raw.
No, medium rare. I say medium rare in restaurants. You know, Summer. I joked with Summer because she's another one of them heathens that have a special place in hell, like Tony, because she eats her steak wrong. And I was kind of scared to let Summer cook.
Hell is reserved for
Yeah.
people that eat their steak.
Yeah, I was kind of scared to let Summer cook steak for me, but the first time she cooked a steak for me, man, I was like, it just might be one of the best steaks I've ever had. Medium rare, nice and pink. I mean, I was cutting into it, and every time I'd stick a fork in it, the son of a bitch was going, I was like, I got to chase him around the plate.
Hell yeah.
I was running around the house trying to
I
eat
want to
that
have
steak.
to tackle this motherfucker to take a bite out of its ass. That's the game I want to play.
If you're gonna fuck up my cholesterol and give me a heart attack, I better at least give me some cardio. I am a savage.
Speaking of
Tony
cows,
said fucking savages.
speaking of cows, have you ever heard
That's
the story
racially
about the
insensitive,
time
Tony.
that Nathan Ratcliffe and Ben Hart took me to the rodeo? Have you heard this story?
I feel like I have, but I don't remember it.
This is during the time where I wear those 26-inch.
That was legal. I don't think you can say savages anymore.
I don't think you can. You're gonna get
Oh.
canceled, sir. This is at the time where I wear those Jinko jeans that with 26-inch.
You
bells.
wore Jinko jeans to the rodeo.
Oh, I wore them daily.
Yeah, I
And
remember
these-
you
these
wearing them
boys
stupid
literally-
ass jeans.
These guys would show up. They showed up at my
You
house.
don't have to
and they're like,
specify
"Come on."
it.
They did
So
it.
say the word.
They did a full Mean Girls, and they're like, "Get in, loser. We're going to the rodeo." And I
I don't
was
know
like,
how
"All
I
right,
feel
let's
about
go."
you referencing Mean
I
Girls.
fucking got there, and these motherfuckers signed me up to ride.
Ride what?
The fucking bull.
Was this like the Belleville Recreational
No, well,
Bull Riding Association?
No, we were no. It was a small rodeo, but the bull I had was I think it was like 425 pounds or some shit like that.
Oh, there you go. What's going
But
on, moms?
The funniest thing was the announcer. You know,
Nice.
they gave me a helmet because it's
Yeah.
dangerous.
Safety.
And I got the helmet, and they gave me a vest to wear, and I'm wearing Jinko jeans and tennis shoes. And they get me up on the bull, and the announcer's like, "Look at this." Well, I would say cowboy, but I don't think that dude's a cowboy. And he's like, okay, he shook his head, he's ready to open the gate, and here he goes, and there he's done. He's done.
Yeah.
It lasted, I was like, I can do 8 seconds, and they're like, oh yeah? I lasted less than a second, dude. I literally almost hit
the
the
gate
my head.
the gate barely opened in you.
It was literally the cow was like, this fucking bull was like, oh, I'll turn left.
It wasn't even
And
a
I was
bull.
like,
It was a
"Oh."
heifer. It was a
Yeah,
female
exactly.
cow.
It's like it's a baby. But it tossed
It was
me. I shit you not. This thing tossed me like 25 feet in the air. I was done. And I literally got up, and the clowns coming in and chased the fucking bull away. And then I swear, the guys say different. They say it didn't happen. But I could swear I could hear the entire crowd laughing their ass off.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
They're like, nobody was laughing. I was like, dude, because the week before, Nathan had in his yard had a 55-gallon drum on ropes where you could practice bull riding. And we were drunk one day, and we were sitting there goofing off, and they put me on it, and we're like, let's see how you do. And I did really well. I was impressed with myself. And I was like, bull riding ain't that fucking hard. I can fucking do this. These motherfuckers show up on a Saturday like, come on, loser, we're going. And I was like, oh, shit. And I was proven wrong. But the whole ride home, those boys laughed their asses off. They're like, dude,
We
you need
had a
less
place
than a
like
fucking
that.
second. And I was like, dude, I wasn't ready. Oh, it's terrible. Worst fucking thing ever.
Tony, how long's Mom's in town for? She in town for Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving and Christmas? We had a place like that at Martinsburg. You could go and they did amateur bull riding and this, that, and the other thing, and you could sign up and you could just ride, and you just had to sign the waiver and this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah. They were
Yeah.
like, sign this. And I'm like, what? And they're like, it's a waiver. If you get hurt, we're not responsible. I was like, wait, what? They're like, don't worry, we'll give you a helmet. And I was like, a helmet? Jesus Christ.
But
It was-
we had a buddy of mine, we had a buddy of mine that signed up for it one time, and he wasn't a very big guy, a little bit bigger than you. But the announcer was doing his thing, and he was like, "You sure you can handle this bull?" And all of us were on the gate. We're like, "He's rode bigger bitches on a Saturday night than this." So basically, the same thing happened. He only lasted a couple seconds.
Like I literally,
And the announcer
I
was
think,
the,
I think
annou-
my
the
time
announcer was like,
I think my time was a second and a half.
yeah.
Maybe
The announcer
2
was like, not only was the bull much, or what did he say? Something like, not only are the fat bitches you ride on the weekend disappointed, so was the bull, or something like that.
But in that at the most 2 seconds, falling off that fucking cow and running to the fucking gate, I was so sore the next day. It felt like I went 3 rounds with Ali. Just fucked up. But the whole ride home, and it was like a good hour car ride back.
Oh yeah.
Them boys laughed so fucking hard. But Nathan did 7.5 seconds on his bull, and his bull was twice the size of mine. It was like an 800-pound bull,
Yeah.
no joke. And I was seriously impressed. No helmet, had his vest undone. It wasn't zipped up or nothing. He just rocking it. I was like, dude, you're fucking badass, man. But
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Yeah, we all do stupid things.
Oh, that is by far one of my dumbest. But I want to actually jump off real quick because I need to eat. I haven't eaten. I literally forgot to eat. Because, as I said, I was working, and then I looked down at the clock, and I was like, holy shit, it's 5:30.
I would like to say I was hungry, but we got that Tony's Pizza today, and there was like 4 pizzas, and I think 5 or 6 of us was eating them. And I feel like I ate one of those 4 pizzas by myself.
Well, I kid you not, last night, same thing happened. I was like, holy shit, it's 5 o'clock, I gotta cook. So I grabbed some meat out of the fridge, and I made spaghetti real quick. And I kid you not, I made the biggest bag of spaghetti I've made in a long time. Now, you've seen the pictures I've sent you of the spaghetti.
Yeah, you make
It's
some
not a small
ridiculous
amount.
ass amount.
I had
Yeah.
1 bowl. And then I went to get up a second bowl, it was all gone. The
Damn.
kids cleaned it the fuck up. I mean, there wasn't even a little bit of ground beef left. And I put bacon in it, and I fucking went all out last night because I was like, shit. I did it last minute. But they cleaned it the fuck up, like to the point where my wife come home, she's like, so what'd you make? I said, I made spaghetti. She's like, excellent, give me a bowl. And I was like, yeah, there is no more. She's like, what? You ate it all? I said, not me. Them. And pointed at the kids. But since we were doing the birthday last night, my mother-in-law came over and she had these badass chicken sandwiches that she had made.
Did you get your brother-in-law a 50-gallon drum of cologne and
I thought about
16
it.
pairs of skinny jeans?
Actually, no. I offered him $50 on Friday if he let me shave my head. Let me shave his head. He won't do it. I was like, dude, $50.
Oh no, he's got to look.
Cold,
He's
hard
got to look
cash.
fabulous. He's got to look fabulous.
Well, he looks like he's late for his taping of Welcome Back, Kotter.
Well, you know what? It is what it is.
Kid's
That's
got a fucking afro, cracks
the
me up.
that's the look, man, that these kids have these days.
Well, the funny thing is
It's
he
like
literally-
shaved
he literally called
underneath
his
and it's
stepdad
all
today, and he's
fluffy
like,
on top.
hey, can you come pick me up and get my hair cut? And I'm like, dude, I'll cut your hair. I'll cut your hair. Kevin, give me my clippers. Because I said, look, I'll give you $50. Like, my wife was like, I'll give you 100 pesos, $10. And I was like, no. I'll give you $50 cash. You let me shave my head. And he was like, okay. So I went to get out the clippers, and I took off the guard, so it was like, it would be next to nothing on his head. And that was the hill he died on. He was like, no.
Yeah.
Not that short. I was like, no. If I'm paying, I'm going to get the straight razor out next. You're going to go bald. Bruce Willis bald. And he was like, no, I can't. I said, dude, $50? You're getting your hair cut anyways. but he wouldn't do it. But yeah, like I said, I want to go ahead and jump off. I need to go. I need to get something to eat. I'm fucking starving.
Is your vagina bleeding?
No, I'm starving, dude. I ate.
Yeah,
I had three pancakes
tampon?
this morning. I had 3 pancakes this morning at 7
Maxi
o'clock in the
pad?
morning.
You
I ate
some
3 pancakes
Midol?
this morning at 7 o'clock in the morning and haven't eaten since.
You want a bowl of chocolate ice cream and you want to watch Legally Blonde
To this mic.
and cuddle
I love
on the
that
couch?
movie. I like those movies. Man. I love me some Reese Witherspoon. That bitch is beautiful. My wife ruined her for me. She
Well, that's
pointed
the end
out
of the
a
show.
flaw
I
on
appreciate
her.
you guys for listening tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. And
My wife pointed out a flaw in Reese Witherspoon, and now that's all I see when I see her. Every time I see her, I'm
what
like,
was the
"God
flaw?"
damn it. She's got a pointy chin. Her chin points
Oh
up.
my God, really?
Yeah.
That's what bothers
when you
you.
see it, you're like, oh fuck. It totally ruined it for me. I still think
Christina Ricci has wonky
she's
eyes.
fucking
She's
married.
cross-eyed.
Fuck you. She is not.
She's also got a
She's gonna leave her.
her
husband.
one ear's bigger than the other.
I don't care. Don't care.
Her vagina lips look like blown up roast beef
Yeah, I like roast beef. It's good for you.
and smells like 3-day-old tuna.
I like tuna too. For that woman, she can fall in a river of shit. I'm still gonna do like, what's up, baby?
She's got long ass monkey toes that she likes to do butt stuff with. Her
However,
man.
however, the biggest problem I have with Christina Ricci right now, and my wife gives me shit about it. She's lost too much weight.
I like, yeah. When I like a little funky, little chunky
I don't go to
Christina
a
Ricci.
restaurant,
She's
order
at her
a
best.
Steak, but just give me the bones. I don't want that.
Yeah. No, I like the I don't like the that was the thing about shit. What was her name? The chick from from Zombieland.
Oh my god. I know who you're talking about. I just can't remember her name.
She did 2 things wrong. She used to be, she was a little
cast.
thick. She had Emma something or another.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a little bit thick, and I like that about her. And then I liked her red hair, and then she's like, I'm gonna dye my hair blonde and get anorexic skinny, and I was just like, yeah, you're kind of ugly now. You look like a dude that wants to be a.
Lionel Richie's daughter.
Never been anything sexy about Nicole Richie.
I thought she was gorgeous when she was chubby. And then she lost all that weight and she looked like a bobblehead.
There's
I thought she
nothing
was chubby.
ever been sexy or good looking or mildly cute about that chick.
I have a weird taste, obviously. But
Like, what she reminds me of? You ever see that movie 300?
yeah. The Hunchback.
You know that you know that fucking creature that screws over Leonidas? Yeah, that's what she
the
made me think
Hunchback.
of. Yeah.
I got a fried chicken.
No, she has a hunchback. It's just what she made me think of. She's just gonna fucking get up and leave. Hey, we're not talking about anything. We're not doing anything. You're just gonna leave. But no, we do need to wrap this up before the show gets too long. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into my wrap up. Jeff will be back in a second. But we do appreciate you guys listening. We appreciate you guys hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Hopefully you enjoyed what we do here. We're having a lot of fun doing it. So if you're not already, feel free to check us out on social media. Go ahead and go give us a like. Go give us a follow. Give us a little support. That's how we know we're doing something good here. And you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, all at Nonsensical Nonsense. If you'd like to join us and hang out in the chatters box with us live, feel free to do that. You can find us on Haps. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook every Wednesday at 6, Saturday at 8 o'clock. And if you want to catch every episode of the podcast, you can find us on Anchor, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, basically anywhere and everywhere you go and get your podcast fixins at.
Jollies.
Like I said, go give us a listen. Go give us a follow. Tell your friends about it. You know, if you like what you hear, or if you want to hear something a little bit different, if you'd like to hear something that you haven't heard, let us know. And you can always reach out to us, not only on social media, but you can also email us at
Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast at gmail.com. I got it that time.
There you go, man. There you go.
I literally earlier, I was literally looking up stuff. I was looking up Art LaFleur.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
I do some things right.
At the end of the day, I'm proud of you. But with all that being said, you know what's coming up. What the fuck? Which one of the following laptops would you most likely purchase? And
survey. Gaming laptop, dude.
I put laptop I can watch lots of porn on.
Yeah, gaming laptop.
But yeah, okay.
They got the most RAM.
But with the outro being done, the social media is out there, where you can find our podcast, the email account being out there. There's only 2 things left to do. 3 things, I guess. And with that, I say thank you guys for hanging out with us again. Jeff, love you, brother.
Deuces! Love you too.
There it is. And last but not least, we hit him with the Blacktop Mojo. The official closer. Go follow these guys. Go give them some love. Go stream the shit out of their music. And tell them that Nonsensical Nonsense sent the...
Who? Sorry, Matt would just walk by.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit, Chuck.
Oh, shit, Chuck. Somebody mentioned some weird podcast. What the fuck? Oh, they play our music.
Who the fuck is Nonsensical Nonsense? I don't know, I'm trying to get a weapon to defend myself, and this asshole's got guns and ammo.
Sir, can I help you?
Do you have any weapons of any kind? Anything to defend yourself?
Sir, this is a Speedy Mart. We have hot dogs 2 for $1. I just put them on the roller yesterday. They're pretty good.
No, man, like something sharp, something like I can stab, defend myself with.
I've got some sharp cheddar combos over there. It's kind of like a rich.
You literally have guns behind you.
Alright. Well, let me just take one of these lighters, and I'm going to borrow your bug spray, and can I borrow your bathroom key as well?
Yeah, bathroom key. All right. I got your bathroom key right there. Make sure you bring that back. And that'll be 1362. And I'm going to have exact change, sir. We're in a coin shortage at the moment.
Whatever, man. Okay. Just that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh shit, Chuck.
Oh shit, Chuck!
Oh yeah. And that's how you end the show, motherfuckers. We appreciate y'all listening, and we'll see you guys Saturday night with a brand new